Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It is your boy Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. If you're new here, thanks for watching. I try to do these Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So come through. Would love to see you in chat. I feel like a lot of people may catch these at the end. So follow on Twitch. That's usually the best way to know when I go live and all that stuff. But few housekeeping things. First, everything on Patreon is up to date currently. So if you're watching this now on Twitch, then everything's up to date there. And then as well as that, you should be good to go going further. I know YouTube is still plugging away here. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. We are doing it. Congrats to Andy. They had won the 100K channel points, and they have chosen Super Junior as their group to deep dive. So we'll be breaking this up into quite a many parts. I believe we are doing 5 parts, excuse me. So, first decade is this first stream. Second decade will be Wednesday. Uh, Next Monday will be subunits. Fourth will be solo, and fifth will be solo part twos. So, um, Cookie says, "Who is Super Junior?" I don't. You know what? Listen, I also don't know either. So, love it. Sarah says, "Oh my God, 2 years as a meatballer. Hey, let's go. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate the sub. Thanks for the support. Also, I'm sure y'all are gonna make a comment about me wearing a tank top. I literally got my arm done on Saturday. So, shout outs to my homie Rob Chambers. He's doing my entire arm. So, big salutes. So yeah, I do not want to get the lotion and shit on my arm or any other ruin my clothes. So here we are. But also, Gunky, thank you for the 2 tier sub. Appreciate you. Also, thanks for being here for 2 years. Oh my God. It was, wow, we were right. I think we talked about this recently. It was like, Gunky was here for a little bit longer than Sarah came in. That's crazy. Wow. That is insane. That's truth. That's truth right there. Proof's in the pudding. So love it. Kaylee, Gunky, hello. Andy, hello. Unhi, hello. Very nice. All right, cool. There we go. All right. Well, I got her all pulled up. So we're gonna be starting. Um, I also should get my Word document up. Huge thanks to Andy for putting this together. Um, I'll have to also the incredible amount of names on the board here. I feel like I gotta show this to chat real quick. Oh my God, like I appreciate it so much because I know I'm gonna like actually try decently to remember all of them, but like this actually helps out so greatly. And it looks like it was at like one of the members' weddings, so that's also really cool too. So shout outs to whoever. I think it's Rio Wook just got married. So in this photo here. So I don't know how long ago this was, but that's insane. So good for them. Very cool. And I completely forgot as well. Today is the first of the month. So happy Pride. Thank you for being here with us. Big love to Pride. Big love to the LGBT community. And as well as that, Wheel. It's Wheel. We're doing the Wheel tonight. So stay tuned for that as well. So very nice. All right. Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking, chat. We'd love to see it. Kaylee says, "Well, hell, thanks, appreciate it." Andy says, "So you don't get lost." Exactly, exactly, exactly. Um, yes, happy Pride, everyone. Cal says, "Yeah, gay month. Yeah, gay month. Let's go. We love it." Shout outs. Also, thanks, Cal, for coming through. Appreciate you. Guggy says, "I'm creeping because I'm still dealing with sickness, but it's Super Juniors, so we'll see what happens." Well, hopefully you'll be feeling better, Gunky. Hopefully you're not too sick. You've been sick for like a week now, so that's crazy. Um, we all need to get gay. uh, oh man. Well, anyway, on that note, we are moving on to part one. This is the first decade of Super Junior's discography. Twins, which is the one we're starting off with, Knockout. This is their debut as Super Junior '05. This song is actually a remake of a 2003 song called Knockout by the British pop rock band Triple Eight. Ooh. Very nice. Oh, we do have a PowerPoint. I have the track. Okay, cool. Very nice. I didn't even see that, Andy. I will also have that pulled up to you. Wow, we are just cooking. Andy's cooking. We love it. The logo. I love this shit. Okay, cool. Who is Super Junior? Look, Gunky asked, and now here the answer is. Super Junior is a 10-member boy group under SM Entertainment and label SJ, known as the Kings of How You Wave. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. They were one of the pioneers in globalizing K-pop. Oh, very nice. The name Super Junior came directly from the group's pre-debut days when SM Entertainment simply referred to trainees as juniors, and the word super was added during their pre-debut talent show as a baseline indicator that they were ready to debut. Ah, that's interesting. That's a cool that's actually really sick. I like that. They debuted in November 6th of 2005. Damn, that is hella long ago. That's crazy. That they celebrated 20 years last year. That's crazy. Oof. Fandom name is Elf or Everlasting Friends. That's actually really sweet too. November 15th, SM celebrated Super Junior's or 2015, excuse me, Super Junior's 10th anniversary by creating label SJ, an exclusive sub-label that granted the members full creative autonomy over their music and management. However, in 23, SM restructured the label under its SM 3.0 business plan. As a result, label SJ was dissolved and absorbed into SM. Ah, interesting. Andy says, "How you wave is Korean wave." Ah, very cool. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for that. Original group concept. The group was originally a temporary rotation project named Super Junior '05, modeled after the Japanese group Morning Musume. SM Entertainment intended to replace members annually to keep the group consistently young, using it as a multi-talented gateway to stardom. Ah, okay, so kind of like a funneling effect. Okay, interesting. Instead of just focusing on the music, the company chose all rounders with potential in acting, hosting, comedy to revitalize K pop through variety shows and dramas. Most of the members were chosen for their prior experiences in the entertainment industry. Ah, okay. However, the rotation graduation system was abandoned in 2006 due to the massive fan pushback and the group's instant success. SM dropped the '05 suffix and added Kyuhyun as the 13th and final member, locking in a permanent lineup. Ah, very interesting. Kaylee says a little like the first draft ideas of what NCT ended up being. Yeah. And that's funny because they are also with SM, so they did wind up reworking it slightly. So interesting. Members and current lineup. That's crazy. That's crazy. They all look hella young, which is wild to me because I know they're all older than me. So that's crazy. All right. The first one is Lee Taehyuk. Um, it looks like Park name Park Jungso. July 1st, 1983. Leader, sub vocalist, sub rapper. He plays piano, saxophone, and is an MC, radio, DJ, songwriter. That's crazy. Okay. Um, we've got Hae Chul, Kim Hae Chul, July 10th, 1983 as well. Sub vocalist, sub rapper. He plays piano and drums. He debuted as an actor before his debut in Super Junior. He is also an MC, radio DJ, songwriter. In August of 2006, Hae Chul suffered a car accident. Oh, while he was returning from Donghae's father's funeral, fractured his leg in several places. The crash left him with a permanent physical disability and severe chronic pain. Since then, he has stepped back from intense performances and tends to appear at the end of group songs on MVs and performances. Oh, that's heartbreaking. But at least he's still in the group. That's great. Yi-sung, or Kim Jong-woon, August 24th, 1984, main vocalist, Bustle plays piano, actor, drama, and musicals, radio DJ, and songwriter. Uh, Shin Dong, or Shin Dong-hee, uh, September 28th of 1985 is his birthday. Lead dancer, sub rapper, sub vocalist, plays piano and guitar. MC, radio DJ, choreographer, director. He has directed some of the super shows or Suju concerts, MVs, shows, performances as well for other artists like EXO, Red Velvet, NCT, etc. Ah, very nice. That's cool. I have seen him a lot, so his face looks very familiar. So um, Yoon Hyuk, or Lee Hyuk Jae, is born April 4th of 1986. Main rapper, main dancer, sub vocalist, piano, drums. He is also an MC, radio host, choreographer, songwriter. And he is also a concert performance director. He has directed some of the super shows, the Suju concerts and performances for Super Junior, as well as other artists like NCT, TF Boys, etc. Very nice. C1, or Choi C1, also April 7th, or not also, April 7th, 1986, sub vocalist, visual center. Okay. He plays piano, guitars, drums. He debuted as an actor before his debut in Super Junior. He has also been involved in UNICEF. Oh, that's awesome. Campaign since 2010, frequently traveling to volunteer for field projects. In November of 2019, he stepped into the role as the regional ambassador for East Asia and the Pacific. That's some powerful work. So good for him. That's awesome. Donghae, or Lee Donghae, birthday October 15th of 1986. Lead vocalist, lead dancer, sub rapper, plays piano, guitar. He's also an actor and songwriter and producer. He is the member who has written and produced the most amount of songs in the group. Ooh, okay, very cool. I'm curious what songs I would assume he may have produced some. I would imagine some of the Super Junior songs. So that's crazy. Good for him. Um, all right, we've got Wook. This is Kim Wook. June 21st, 1987, main vocalist. He has played piano and saxophone, musical actor, radio DJ, MC, and he got married in May of 2024. That was the photo that I showed. So very cool. Um, And he says, to clarify, when I say that they're songwriter and producers, I don't mean to say that they're 100% self produced group, as they tend to have external songwriters and producers, especially for the title tracks. Most of the group's lyrical composition and production contributions are their B-sides. Over the years, they have progressively had more creative control over the group. Okay. I kind of figured as much, but I appreciate the clarification, Andy. Thank you. All right, cool. Keep it moving. We got Kyuhyun, Choi Kyuhyun, was born February 3rd of 1988. He is the main vocalist and maknae. He plays piano, clarinet, and harmonica. Ooh, okay. He is also an actor in musicals and is an MC. Very cool. That's crazy. He's the maknae, and he's he's still older than me. That's wild. All right, very cool. And in April 2007, Kyuhyun, along with Lee Cheuk, Shindong, and Yoon Hyuk, survived a catastrophic car accident that heavily impacted the group's immediate timeline and earlier musical structure. Kyuhyun was critically injured, requiring intensive medical care for a punctured lung and severe fractures that threatened his life. Because of his extensive recovery period, SM Entertainment officially delayed the release of Super Junior's highly anticipated second studio album for several months. Kyuhyun made his official public return with the release of the project in late 2007. Wow. Okay. Well, glad they're all okay. That's wild. Good for that. Glad they're able to still do stuff. That's a lot of willpower. So, all right. Inactive and past members. Ah, very nice. Um, Hong Yi, it's Hong Gen, excuse me. He was born February 8th of 1984, sub-vocalist, lead dancer, first foreign K-pop idol ever. He sued SM Entertainment in 2009 due to terminating his exclusive contract due to exploitive work conditions. Choreographer, actor, and he got married in December of 2019. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Sungmin, Lee Sungmin, January 1st, 1986, lead vocalist, lead dancer. He plays piano, guitar, bass, saxophone, ukulele. Oh, wow. And he is also an actor in musicals and dramas, radio DJ, songwriter. He got married in December of 2014, which brought backlash from the fans since he hasn't participated in the following comebacks. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sure we'll probably figure out more about that. Kibum or Kim Kibum, August 21st of 1987, lead rapper, sub vocalist. He plays piano. Debuted as an actor before his debut in Super Junior. In 2015, he left Super Junior after 6 years of inactivity in the group to focusing on his acting career. Okay, very nice. Kang In or Kim Young-woon, January 17th in 1985, sub vocalist. He plays guitar, piano, and bass. He is also an actor in dramas and musicals. In 2017, he entered a hiatus after his second DUI. Oof. To reflect on his actions on 2019, he announced his departure from the group. That's crazy. Oof. Henry or Henry Lau in English, was born October 11th of 1989. He's Chinese Canadian, Super Junior M exclusive member, main dancer, lead vocalist, sub rapper. He plays violin, piano, guitar, and percussions. He is also an actor and songwriter. In 2018, he left SM Entertainment after 10 years and has established his own management company, Monster Entertainment. Ooh, okay. Very nice. Good for him. I was gonna say I know I've seen Henry before, so he looked familiar. There are some people that I know that I feel like we've probably have watched or listened to at some point, so that's cool. This is Sumi. April 19th of 1986 is his birthday. He's Chinese, also a Super Junior M exclusive member, lead vocalist, actor, radio DJ. He was involved in the writing process of various Super Junior M songs. Okay. And Kaylee says we've checked out Henry a few times, I think. I believe we have. His face looked familiar, so wouldn't be surprised. Wow, that's I saw this on the doc earlier and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. All right. Subunits. I guess I assume we do not have to get into subunits as of yet because we are not there. Cool. All right. We are moving into actual video. If you are tired of hearing me read off the text here, we're actually going to check music out tonight, which is crazy. As I mentioned before, this is Twins. Knockout is their first song. This is their debut as Super Junior 05. The song is actually a remake of a 2003 song called Knockout by British pop rock band Triple Eight. All right. I think we are starting to listen to the music now. So let's get it. Okay. Interesting.
그녀를 찾지 마, 더 이상 너에게 아무런 감동도 남아있지 않대. 이제던 비굴해지려고 하지마. 이미 내 자존심은 바닥에 있는 걸. 아니야 그건 아니야. 그래 난 reason is I'm alive 어릴 적부터 난 존재감이 없었지 주목을 받은 적 단 한 번도 없어 뒤집마 하지마 그저 죽는 만큼만 그저 그런 삶인 걸 정해놔버렸어 나는 하나뿐인 걸 I say 내겐 보이지 않는 내 가슴에 그림자 또 다시 날 패배자의 어둠 안에 가두지 더 큰 상처뿐인 내 안에 나를 죽여 끝까지 싸워 이겨 주어진 삶에 승복해 어차피 이 세상에 너도 작은 점 안 그래 받아들여 you can do this fight because 나약한 너인 걸 벌써 잊어버렸나 아니야 나는 거부하겠어 운명은 개척하는 나의 전리품 I wanna 분명한 것 하나 없지만 끝까지 싸워 난 reason is I'm alive
They got crazy movement. That's so sick.
You know I wanna up the line I wanna You know I wanna start a fight I wanna You know I wanna do this right 더 이상 포기는 나에게 어울리지 않는 걸내 안에 너를 죽였어 나에겐 망설일 시간조차 없는 걸 I wanna 내 인생의 페이지를 원점에 Got to get you out of my life 주어진 삶에 승복해 어차피 이 세상에 너는 작은 점안 그래 받아들여 you can do this fight because 나약한 너인 걸 벌써 잊어버렸나 아냐 나는 거부하겠어 분명은 계속하는 나의 전리품 I wanna 분명한 것 하나 없지만 끝까지 싸워 난 reason is I'm alive
Thought the fire effects. I love that. All right. Very cool. This was Super Junior's Twins Knockout. If you're joining us, we're going through the entirety of Super Junior. So if you're in, buckle in. Couple comments here. Let's see what we got. Kaylee says, the hair. Gunky also says, gotta love the hair. Andy says, get ready for some potato quality videos and style choices from the 2000s and early 2010s. Also, who remembers pop-up ads on videos? They may have some cameos here. Yeah, I do. We've covered a decent bit of like second gen, so I always love doing that. It's crazy. Or checking out these videos certainly. And Kaylee says the part where I was laughing at Heechul just staring at us. I know that was a hard. Listen, that must have went hard in like this was 16 years. Yeah, this must have went hard in 2009. I'm not gonna lie. Sick. You know, listen. This may be an unpopular opinion. I think this still hits. Honestly, I enjoyed this. Is it the most like groundbreaking song? No. Is it like, is it the most intense song? It's got a little, it's got that rock elementation in it, so I feel like it's a little edgy. I'm here for it. But man, this was great. I feel like this one, no pun intended. I feel like this one definitely rocked. I liked their voices. I think that's something that I feel like I'll probably enjoy throughout like the deep dive, is just like how interesting their voices are, and obviously how how interesting and how structurally they are. I couldn't help but kind of draw parallels to similar not stuff that I feel like what goes on in K-pop groups now, but like I feel like this is like the male equivalent of like Triple S, right? Like I feel like they have so many members, right? Like it feels like that. I understand that. I feel like Triple S probably has way more members, but like I feel like they're a squad. You know what I mean? Like Super Junior probably at its peak with the most amount of members in it was an absolute squad. So I'm here for it. But yeah, I like the way that they kind of interpolized the knockout song. I thought that was really cool. It's kind of crazy because that like came out in 2003, and then this song came out in 2009. So I'm curious if anyone knows how either they got the rights to it or how they kind of finagled that, because I feel like if it's a remake, that's I feel like that's interesting, right? Like I'm curious to know the thought process behind that. So Andy says this one came out in 2005. Okay, so even closer, because the song, it says this song is actually a remake of a 2003 song. So that's even like even a shorter amount of time, which is kind of wild. Um, uh, 2009 was when the video got uploaded. Okay, thank you, chat. I don't know. I think that's very cool. Like I said, I'm in terms of the relevancy. Um, I feel like that's interesting. I'll have to do some digging on it. Maybe if Andy hasn't already or chat hasn't. I'm curious as to how they got away with like remaking a song that was like only 2 years old, roughly. Um, Otherwise, enjoyed it. I think, like I said, is it one of the best songs that I've heard? Is it going to be one of my favorite Super Junior songs? I don't think so, but I think because I always love checking out the first songs and seeing where the bass line's at, and obviously we have a lot to go through. I'm curious to see what what they're releasing now and kind of compare it. But this was really good. I as much as I feel like kind of like I would imagine maybe the MV might seem a little cheesy now. I honestly am cool with it. I think the I think the fire effects are kind of sick. I know a lot of like stuff now in like 2026, people love the lo-fi shit. I feel like this is kind of in that same sort of like ballpark now. Obviously, I'm sure at the time it was groundbreaking, but I feel like now, like, people love that kind of like crunchy lo-fi aesthetic. So like, not to say that the song has that, but I feel like visually, it has that kind of like low quality feel to it, which I'm here for. But other than that, really solid beginning. I'm curious to see obviously how they progress and go on, but good starting point. So, and Kaylee says that's why it's Super Junior '05. That, you know what? Context clues would have prevented me from opening my mouth and messing that up. So, Guggy says it is a solid song that I wouldn't skip if it came on. That's fair. Andy said, from what I saw, SM purchased the rights to a remake. Ah, okay, that's what I figured. Because normally you either have to like agree. Again, it's probably the only business savviness that I kind of know in the music business. But either A, you either give up the rights to the song and like either the label says like, okay, we approve this. You either go into a joint venture where again, each party kind of gets royalties. So Super Junior or in part SM would get royalties, and then whoever the song, if they even have a label, if they were releasing it on a label, then their label would get a cut of that, and then the band would get a cut of that commission as well. And then if not, then if again, they would probably work out a contract either way. So that's crazy. Kaylee says, I mean, 14 out of 120, out of 124 deep dives we've done. That's crazy. Second gen, according to my spreadsheet. I feel like that's low. I feel like we should have done. I feel like we've covered a lot of the big ones though. So maybe that's where my head's at, If there's a second gen we haven't covered yet, let me know in the comments. JY Poppy, I know we did cover JY Poppy. That's true. First gen, we did miss a few. I think we've missed a couple first gens. So, like some bigger name first gen. So we'll have to do it. If there's some, let me know. Would love to know your thoughts. Always trying to improve. So, all right, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one we've got, I believe, is Miracle. So, let's check it out.
야 모여봐 연습해 이제 빨리 와. 근데 강이다. 어제 무슨 일 있었다면서?
최고. 진짜 내가 봤던 사람 중에 제일 잘했어.
나 봤어.
아, 거짓말이야. 아유.
아 근데
아무리 생각해도 너무 눈에 아는 거거든.
아 누군데?
진짜 꿈 같아.
기범이 웃고 있어. 기범이 너무 됐어.
아, 다들 알면서요. 결혼할 거다.
이야! 쟤 손꼽아 있어.
그래, 알잖아.
난 아직도 믿기지가 않아. 믿지 마 그러면.
같이 말하니까.
아, 왜?
오해하지 마.
So different.
지금까지 넣었던 시간은 어둠이었죠. 너를 만난 후 나의 생활은 꿈만 같아요.
Oh, thank you, Andy. Wasn't sure.
너를 처음 본 순간 Oh miracle 난 느껴져 기적은 바로 너란 걸 Like couldn't get better 난 널 품에 안고 날아 푸른 달 향해 날아 잡는 너의 입 맞출 거야 Like couldn't get better 너의 맘의 문을 열어줘 그대 내 손을 잡아요 Like couldn't get better 매일매일 평범했던 날들이 이젠 달라졌어요 세상 모든 사람들이 행복해 보여요 너를 처음 본 순간 A miracle 난 느꼈죠 기적은 바로 너란 걸 Like couldn't get better 난 널 품에 안고 날아 푸른 달을 향해 날아 잡는 너의 입 맞출 거야 Like couldn't get better 너의 맘의 문을 열어줘 그대 내 손을 잡아요
Interesting. Wow, interesting panning.
내게 원하는 건 yeah. 영원히 함께한단 그 약속 다시 태어나도 너를 다시 만나 사랑을 할 거야 널 처음 본 순간 A miracle I love you baby 난 never gonna stop
좋아 좋아. 오늘 집 한번 만들어 볼까? 하나 둘 셋.
Like couldn't get better
Ooh, keychain? Okay.
너의 맘의 문을 열어줘 그대 내 손을 잡아요 Like couldn't get better
Aw. Very sweet. All right, this was Super Junior's Miracle. Very nice. A couple comments here. Andy, thanks for letting me know subs were on. Appreciate you. Kaylee says there's no excuse to not have subs if the 2005 song has them. That's fair. That's fair. Unless you're a really small company, is what Gunky says. That's also interesting. Kaylee says this would be my exception, but honestly, a lot of times they do because it brings in more fans. That's fair. Mint Choco Ice mint chalk chip ice. Thanks God, I can't even fucking read tonight. Oh my God, their hairstyles. Listen, I get it. I used to have shitty haircuts, and I feel like, no offense to Super Junior, I used to have haircut. I used to have it. I gotta find it really. Honestly, some of these haircuts remind me of like some of the hair I used to have in like my high school time. I guess it would be late high school. Yeah. So, I dead ass used to have like. I gotta find the member. There's one member specifically that I'm like, damn, I used to have that actual haircut. Like dead ass. Um, if I can find it, if I can find another good screenshot, I'll look. But I'm like, Danny, I pretty much had this, except for like way worse. Like, like I had like the fucking Timu version of this this member's haircut. Thankfully now I don't. Shout out to my girlfriend. She does a great job at cutting my hair. But I dead ass used to have like a shittier version of this haircut in like my high school years, which can't say it boded well for me. Speaking about this song though, I did enjoy the song. It is very different from Twins. So I'm curious because, like I said, they came out the gate with like a high energy song. So with Twins, so I'm curious to see how people may have received this one. It's not that it's a bad song. I enjoyed it. I feel like the more like softer, bright, happy notes of this song is really nice. Like the lyricism is really sweet as well. Um, so I'm very curious because like I feel like I'm a little perplexed in a good way. Like I'm like, wow, Twins was fun. I enjoyed it. This was also fun, but like in a sweet way. So I'm curious if maybe they're just trying to find their footing and really dig into their sound a little bit more. But I love the ensemble vocals. I feel like that's something that's going to stand out to me throughout their entire discography, is like how well they integrate ensemble vocals. I think some of those moments that kind of feel a little bit more bare with like just one member, or like one member doing like ad lib pieces, they're always good. And like, but like when you get those like big choruses with all of them singing and they had like layered it out really nice, I thought that was really cool. The dance break slash choreography section was really cool as well. Definitely some good moves. And I also enjoyed like there's this really interesting like panning thing going on in the ears, which I thought was really interesting. But yeah, this was interesting. This was interesting. I feel like I'm curious again. I feel like the two first songs have kind of put me on an interesting trajectory, but I'm curious to see what they've got cooking up next. So, Kucky said so fun, and then says that was the style back then. At least that's fair, and everyone was laughing at my Timu hair joke. So thank you, thanks for inflating my ego. I appreciate that. I will have to. God, this is so bad. If you guys would like to see me post a photo of the Timu haircut that this is, I will post it in Discord. No one will get it, but I will post it. It will be hilarious. Anywho, I'm making a sticker. Oh, God, I could I could make it an emote. I'm sure I probably would have to find something. That's great. Um, Andy says, they are still a rotational group at this stage. Also, they released an album not planned because the first single did well. That makes sense. That makes sense. Got to capitalize on the trajectory. So good for them. The album was Super Junior 5, which makes sense. So very cool. All right, we are keeping it schmovin'. The next we've got is You. It marked Super Junior's re-debut as a 13-member group. Yoonhyuk wrote his own rap verse for this track, making the beginning of his career as one of the group's primary lyricists. The video also features Girls' Generation's Yuna as the main actress before her official debut. Wow. Hey, let's go. Shout out to Girls' Generation. We did, not to plug, we did do a Girls' Generation deep dive. So if you want to go check that out, go check it out on YouTube. But anyway, let's check it out. Let's keep it moving. Oh, it's a remastered music video. Even better. Was it in like? Oh, it's even worse. Okay, now it's better.
너를 좀 보게 되었어 널 원하지 않고 견딜 수가 있을까 그렇게 쳐다보지 마 너와의 게임을 아직 시작 안 했어 나에게서 타로점봐 너의 이상형 찾아봐 줄 테니 그 남자가 내가 되게 해줄 테니 Cause I can't stop thinking about you girl 널 내 거로 만들 거야 No I can't stop thinking about you girl 내 우리 안에 가두고 싶어 보였던 우유빛 피부 긴 머리 끝에 나만 있는 향기와 나지막한 목소리로 날 공격하니 날 이길 순 없어 yeah. 너에게 보여준 매질 빨간 장미 속에 숨겨둔 반지를 줄게 그 주인이 네가 되게 해줄 테니 Cause I can't stop thinking about you girl 너와 함께 있고 싶어 No I can't stop thinking about you girl 난 여기 두고 가버리지 마 Cause I can't stop thinking about you girl 널 내게로 만들 거야 No I can't stop thinking about you girl 내 우리 안에 가두고 싶어 너의 낯선 향기에서 추억을 떠올려 바라보는 그대로 눈빛이 내 심장을 울려 지우려 해도 소용없이 끝도 없이 너를 향해 달려 내가 그대를 갖겠어 너를 위기 위해서 모든 걸 다 걸고 전부 잃게 된다 해도 이미 게임은 시작되는 걸 잘 알아도 이제 너의 남자는 바로 나란 걸 말고 안달하게 만들 텐데 Cause I can't stop thinking about you girl 너와 함께 있고 싶어 No I can't stop thinking about you girl 날 여기 두고 가버리지 마 Cause I can't stop thinking about you girl 널 내 거로 만들 거야 You're my world No I can't stop thinking about you girl Can't stop thinking 우리 안에 가두고 싶어 Cause I can't stop No I can't stop baby yeah
Great ad-libs.
Cause I can't stop
All right, very cool. This was Super Junior's You. Very nice. This is great. I definitely enjoyed this. Um, there was, I think I know, recognize one member. I think it's basically because his face pretty much has stayed the same over the years. Um, if I've got it correct, this is obviously it looks really bad here. Let me see if I can go back. That's C1 is if I've got it correct because I know his face pretty much is not. If I'm looking at the screen here, yeah, his face hasn't changed all that much over the years, which incredible for him because he literally looks the same, which is wild to me. Um, I really enjoyed his voice at the beginning of the song. He crushed it. There's also another member I really liked. Let me see if I can come in a little bit closer. Um, Whoever is in the middle here, um, I also liked him a lot. I feel like those two, at least for me, were the ones that stood out more vocally. Uh, Rio Hook. Okay, he also looks the same too. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Holy shit! Because I like looking at the photo that Andy gave to me. That's crazy. They still look exactly the same. That's wild. Good for them. The genes were gening. Um, but they're incredible vocalists. I definitely appreciate their vocals a lot. I'm sure I will probably, I'm gonna put it on my notes now just so don't lose it. But I would definitely have to put them both as my favorite front runners right now because they definitely were the most standout to me. So I'll put their names down because I'm gonna forget them if I don't. Um, but as far as this song goes, this was great. I I feel like this one has aged very gracefully. Um, I in a good way. Like obviously this is a remastered video. I don't know if the audio is remastered as well. It doesn't sound. I would imagine it probably doesn't sound as much different. It looks like they may have upscaled it to to hit HD. Yeah, they might have upscaled it from what I could gather. But besides the point, getting into the weeds a little bit. I feel like the song's great. I would care to say this one has aged very well in terms of the writing and like the musicality of it. I love that kind of like guitar. Like I love when K-pop groups use that like kind of like acoustic guitar. Very like early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s like pop sound. I just think that's and I think it's probably again biasedly when I grew up, so I feel like I have a special like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I have a special relationship with that sound. So like I'll automatically feel like that resonates with me as a listener. I can understand that most people may not feel the same way about that and I'm completely okay with that. Um but I feel like this song just works out really well. There's so many great vocal moments. I thought the rapping in this was exceptional as well. I just think everything about this song really hits super strong, and I think like their tonality and stuff has always like I think the tonality of this group is what has really stood out to me already is like the way they're able to kind of not only coexist with like a couple different members doing like some ad lib runs so like at the end of the song, but also there's such a high reasoning for putting a lot of ensemble vocals. Like if you have this big of a group and they're all really good vocalists, and you could put those really good voices together and make them sound like really good voices together, I think that they really did have really noticed that early on, and I think that they have done a really great job of trying to push that sound more and more as they've gone as we've gone through title tracks, which I appreciate because I think it's so difficult for I don't know, I think it's so difficult for artists to like be able to be used in that way, or you don't see it maybe as much. And again, this group is a large group, so I don't imagine like a group that has four members in it to do the same thing. Obviously, technology has advanced much more since then, but I feel like vocally, like there's just such a lot of great nuance in their voices, and like it feels like each individual person recorded their parts and they stacked them together to make them sound full, not just like, oh, okay, we had this one part where, like one of the members was doing this and we're just going to drag it on to, one of that parts of the song. It feels like every piece of that song has been worked on. So I really love that. I think that's kind of going to be at least the standard that I feel like I'll be building off for their music. But as well as that, I think this one's extremely catchy. And I don't know if chat may or may not disagree with me on this one, but I would not be surprised if people think that this is an iconic song. So I don't know if this is considered, I'm sure Super Junior has iconic songs. Don't get me wrong, but I would not be surprised if this isn't. is what I'm getting at. So, very nice. Gunky says the terrible green. There is some moments of some bad green screen. I will say, I've done. I had done a lot of green screen stuff earlier in YouTube on here, so I understand the struggles of of green screen. So, Kaylee says it's always impossible for me to not sing along. These songs are like engraved in my head. And then said in all caps because I can't stop thinking about you, girl. I love that. Gunky says, I agree. He does look the same. Very nice. Okay. Um, Ryowook is one of my biases. Hey, let's go, Kaylee. We love it. And semi-iconic, they have some very highly listed iconic songs. I was gonna say, yeah, I do remember. I think there was somebody else that wanted us to do Super Junior. So sorry it took so long. We're here, but I know somebody else in a comment said like, oh my god, they have so many iconic songs. So hopefully we're gonna chug through all of them. So I'm here for it. I'm excited. All right, very cool. We're gonna keep it moving though. The next one is Don't Dawn. Yeonhyuk and Heechul co-wrote the rap lyrics to fit the aggressive rock theme. Also, Henry plays the electric violin during the dance break. Oh wow, that's awesome. Is intended for him to join the lineup, but there was pushback by fans to keep Super Junior as 13 for fear of one of the members being replaced in the future. Interesting. Okay. All right. A little bit of controversy. So, all right. Let's get into Don't Dawn. Nope.
Bring it on down. Take it right now. SJ2. Let's get it.
Interesting. Ooh.
이대로 끝이면 기회가 없다면 모두가 틀렸다고만 하고 있어 코미디 같은 세상에 웃지 못할 사람들 난 어디 갔나 돈 모든 게 돈 세상 원한 내가 신너 What is your mind 제발 주위를 돌아봐 절망의 눈빛이 보이잖아 점점 멀어지는 걸 그대로 충분한 세상 이미 가진 걸로 다 기쁜 세상 꿈꾸던 사람들이 하나둘씩 떠나버려도 변하지 않네 The world is mine 내가 이 세계의 법이야 그들이 행복하기만을 기다렸을 때 어느 누구보다 먼저 기회를 잡은 것일 뿐 내자를 위한 배려 따위 절대 없어 나의 불꽃을 다 태워서라도 포기할 수 없어 저들의 것이 아닌 우리 아이들의 세상을 위해서라면
This is wild. This is good though. Ooh. Wow.
그래도 너무 원망하지 마 내가 아냐 세상이 널 그렇게 만들 거야 내가 원했던 건 나는 모두 필요할 뿐 나의 불꽃을 다 태워서라도 지켜주고 싶어 황혼의 시대 그때 살아가야 하는 아이를 위해서라면 돈도 모든 게 돈 세상 원한의 가치 너 What is your mind 제발 주위를 돌아봐 절망의 눈빛이 보이잖아 모두 이젠 그만 좀내 그 선에 가면 또 벗어버려 모두 기다리고 있어 마지막 밤엔 놓아버리지 마
Crazy, 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 crazy. I was not expecting that. All right, this was Super Junior's Don't Dawn. If you're joining for our massive deep dive into Super Junior, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. All right, let's see what we got here. Got a couple comments. Kaylee says, can I also add that a lot of them still sound the same? Like I can still tell who is singing for a handful of members in parts. That's cool. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like there is definitely some newer Super Junior songs I've heard because of I know chat has showed me some of them, so it is interesting to kind of like see who's what. But like that's also interesting as well. For I assume you have been a fan for a pretty long time, Kaylee, for Super Junior. So, that's also really impressive. I can only imagine like people that had followed them from like 2005 until now. That's like crazy. That is like good for them. If you're watching this and you're one of those people that have been, that's amazing. Kudos to you for the determination. That's awesome. Andy says the guttural and rock vocals in the background was Hee Cho. Very nice. Okay, I gotta give him a shout. That's amazing. He sounded great. My first thought was this has like a very Linkin Park feel to it, and I mean that in a very like loving way. I obviously Linkin Park being one of the formative groups that I listened to growing up. Still listen to a lot of. I still go back and listen to a ton of Linkin Park albums, but I felt like this was like probably like this felt like an amalgamation of like Linkin Park meets like K-pop in like the best way possible, and it's wild. I feel like I wasn't expecting that. And I know we got Twins, which was like more like I would say more rock. I mean, it definitely had like some like maybe borderline like metal freight like tonality to it. I felt like this one was probably the most closest to like metal, which is wild to me that like that Super Junior would do a type of sound like that. I don't know how. I'm curious how well or maybe not well received this was potentially, because I feel like this is pushing the envelope a little bit, I would imagine. But I don't know. I don't know what the landscape was back then, so I can't say. But I think for me, as like I said, as a person who loves both, I feel like very seen in regards to this song. So I feel like this one has a little bit more of a special place in my heart. I love the like metal, like hard rock guitar sound in this. They did a really great job of making it feel like, you know, a more of an aggressive piece. The drumming, like the bass work on this was really incredible. I would expect nothing less because I feel like SM had it still does have some really great people that have worked on tracks for a multitude of years. So I'm not surprised that the instrumental just crushed. But as well as that, I feel like their voices also sat really well in this sort of like rock metal tonality as well. I was really surprised at how cohesive and how like united it all sounded in that way. So I really did love that. The chorus was phenomenal in this one as well. I also, again, Hicho did incredible with like the kind of rock and like gritty sort of style vocals. I feel like that's what kind of immersed me even more so into the song, was just like, wow, this does feel heavy and I'm here for it. But yeah, this one, I for I feel like I've got to put this one on my favorites. You know, I'm a practice what you preach type person, and I feel like this song definitely, in terms of resonating, I think with me super well. If I knew that this existed in K-pop, I would have jumped onto the bandwagon maybe a little bit sooner. Obviously, I know it was only one song, but I you know, there have been some other groups that I feel like kind of, you know, have over the years kind of crossed those boundaries as well. And I know I joke all the time about like metal and K-pop having a pipeline. I feel like that gets truer and truer every time I do a deep dive. So love to see it. Andy says, I love the rock tone he does. Hicho is one of my biases. Hey, let's go. Let's go. And Kaylee says, only about 3 years now, but also some of them have very distinct voices once you learn them. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. So very nice. All right. I'm here for this. Super Junior coming out the gate strong here. So I'm all on board. All right. I think we are probably slowing down a little bit, I would assume. Unless this would be crazy if this was a heavy song. The next one is track 5. This one is "Marry You." Yuna from Girls' Generation is back, and she returns as the primary female lead for this music video. That'd be crazy if the song was "Marry You" and it was just like a rock song. I'd be here for it. Anyway, let's check it out.
Love, oh babe my girl 그대 나의 전부 눈부시게 아름다운 나의 신부 신이 주신 선물 행복한가요 그대의 까만 눈에서 눈물이 흐르죠 까만 머리파뿌리 될 때까지도 나의 사랑 나의 그대 사랑할 것을 나 맹세할게요 그대를 사랑한다는 말 평생 매일 해주고 싶어 Would you marry me 널 사랑하고 아끼며 살아가고 싶어 그때가 잠이 들 때마다 내 팔에 채워주고 싶어 Would you marry me 이런 나의 마음 허락해줄래 평생 곁에 있을게 I do 널 사랑하는 걸 I do 눈과 비가 와도 아껴주면서 I do 너를 지켜줄게 my love 하얀 드레스를 입은 그대 턱시도 입은 나의 모습 발걸음을 맞추며 걷는 우리 저 달빛과 별의 I swear 거짓말 싫어 의심 싫어 사랑하는 나의 공주 stay with me 우리가 나이를 먹어도 웃으며 살아가고 싶어 Would you marry me 나의 모든 나를 함께 해줄래 힘들고 어려워도 I do 늘 내가 있을게 I do marry you 우리 함께하는 많은 날 동안 I do 늘 감사하게 my love 예전부터 너를 위해 준비한 내 손에 빛나는 반지를 받아줘 오늘과 같은 마음으로 지금의 약속 기억할게 Would you marry me 평생 곁에 있을게 I do 널 사랑하는 걸 I do 눈과 비가 와도 아껴주면서 I do 너를 지켜줄게 I do 그대에게 드릴 것은 사랑밖에 없죠 그저 너를 지켜줄 것 없죠 만일 부족해도 나의 사랑 나의 그대 지켜줄게요 한 가지만 약속해줘 무슨 일 있어도 우리 서로 사랑하기로 그뿐이야 나와 결혼해줄래 I do
That ending. Great vocals at the end. That was awesome. All right, very cool. This was Super Junior's "Marry You." Very nice. Kaylee asked if Andy's going to be sharing the playlist, and they said I can share them. I'll put them in the Discord after each respective part is done. Very nice. Okay, cool enough. This was great. This is, I think, the first ballad that we've heard from them. At least that I've heard. Um, I liked it. It was very beautiful. I feel like ballad songs. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I feel like I don't want to put it out there, but I guess I will. I feel like ballads are kind of hard to fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, they if you have a good vocal and like you have a good group with a bunch of great vocalists, like I genuinely feel like it's probably going to be difficult for you to fuck up a ballad song unless you just don't like unless a group just doesn't like doing ballad songs, right? Like genuinely I feel like obviously to less diminishing degrees, right? Like there are some ballad songs that I love a lot more than other ones certainly. But I think like at the bare minimum I feel like they're all really solid. It's kind of like when we talk about like summer songs, right? Um, I feel like to me, like summer, you can have summer songs that are just absolute fucking heater songs, and then you can have some summer songs that are like, you know what, they're not bad. Like I would listen to it, I jam to it. I feel like Super Junior, especially in this scenario, like this is very solid. I probably put this maybe more so in the middle tier. I think it also has to do with just how well they marry their vocals together. I was kind of waiting for them to do a ballad song because I was like, man, they're like the amount of vocalists that they have in this group, 13 members. I'm like, there's no way it's not gonna sound good. And I'm glad I was pleasant. There was still room for some mystery, so I'm here for it. But it sounded great. They sounded incredible. I think the arrangement of the song was also very beautiful as well. I would also say the song holds up very well. Like I think it's very sweet. I think like the way that their vocals kind of have like this sort of warm tonality to them as well, I think is very endearing. Especially a song, named "Marry You." I would hope that the song has that level of endearment that would come emotionally with this song. So I do feel like they did a really good job. I'm almost positive, or I could be pretty sure that there will be some more ballad songs in the up and coming future for Super Junior. So I would say this is a solid, like middle of the road, very good ballad song. Like I said, it wasn't blowing my socks off. I love the ending of the song. I think like the way they ad libbed and did like some did a little bit of vocal runs at the end just gave me like that little bit of little extra, and I'm here for that. But overall, very solid song. Enjoyed it from front to back. So great stuff. Gunky says you're not wrong, but it's hard to make a phenomenal ballad. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I will say. There is it is not. I feel like there is a high threshold, right, for like really phenomenal ballad songs. So yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you on that. Kaylee says I'm sure you'll get your ballad fix. I was gonna say I can almost be assured that there will be more. So I'm 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 looking forward to it, but I also liked a lot of their diversity so far. So very nice. All right. We're cruising. We're cruising along. The next one we've got is number 6. This one is Sorry Sorry. This became Super Junior's biggest breakout hit. The choreography was created by Nick Bass and Trent Dickens, who is known for working with Usher and Justin Timberlake. Ooh, okay. I see you, Super Junior. Kaylee says, yeah, iconic. Gunky says, iconic. Andy says, iconic. And then Gunky says, the song is amazing. Ooh, okay. Is it gonna end up on my favorites? We'll find out. Kelly says this is a song it's illegal not to do the choreo for. And he says, I'm gonna be dancing. Hey, let's go. Let's get it. All right. Let's check out Sorry Sorry then. I don't know the choreography. I have to figure it out on the fly. You're one. Just Dance.
내 심장을 밟고 왔나봐 어딜 가나 당당하게 웃는 너는 매력적 착한 여자 일색이란 생각들은 보편적 도도하게 같이 맞게 정말 너는 환상적 돌이킬 수 없을 만큼 내게 빠져버렸어 Sorry 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 내가 먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby Shorty 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 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐
I'm just looking at this and my back hurts already.
꼴 아이 눈만 뜨면 네 생각 전화게 나 사실 너 하나밖에 안 보여 맘에 내가 자리 잡았는지 내게 말해줘 주변 사람들은 말은 내가 너무 적극적 이 세상에 그런 사람 어디 흔들리냐고 그걸 몰라 그냥 몰라 시기하며 하는 말 내가 부럽다면 그건 그래 들이치는 거 Sorry 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 내가 먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby Shorty 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 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐
Wow. That's crazy.
이제 그만 내게 와줄래 정말 미칠 것만 같아 난 너만 사랑하고 싶어질 때 다시 한눈 팔 생각 없어 Hey 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 애인이라기보다 친구 같은 내가 되고 싶어 너의 모든 고민 슬픔 함께 간직하고 시간 만큼 너를 너무 사랑해 내가 바란 사람 네가 바로 Sorry 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 내가 먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby Shorty shorty 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐 baby Hey show
Wow. That auto-tune run at the end. Wild. Love it. All right. Very cool. This is Super Junior's Sorry Sorry. Very nice. Wow. This is cool. I'm here for this. God, I had to look this up. When did this come out? Oh, wow. Okay. So this originally released in 2009, remastered in 2022. Okay. So cool. Let's see what we got here. Kaylee says that they gave me to the first chorus to learn. I did learn some of the hand movements. I kind of figure out some of the maybe one day. I'll have to work on it. I feel like that one was not nearly as aggressive as I thought it was going to be. So Guggy says, this is one of those rare songs where I give heavy use of autotune a pass. Kaylee says, this is one of those songs where every K-pop group can dance to. That's fair. I definitely agree with that. Uni says, this is the one of the few K-pop songs a college friend tried to show me back in the day. I didn't really care for any of them then. But this one's been stuck in my head ever since, and I like it now. Well, that's fair. That's fair. That's the long game right there. Shout outs to your college friend. That's crazy. Good for them. Guggy says this is a song that every K-pop fan must know. Yes, I would agree. I did enjoy this a lot. I will say, I feel like this gives me the same. I've never heard this one. I will say, I'll preface that I have not heard this song before. So this was my first listen. I will say this gives me like in the same category, and I think genre wise is also in a similar boat as well. But it kind of reminds me a lot of like Ring Ding Dong from Shiny. I feel like that's kind of in that same sort of like category of like very, 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 very catchy, like like electronic songs. Like I just think that I think this song just works so well. Like I don't think that I can explain it in the most eloquent way of possible, but I do feel like the way that the vocals sound in this are fun. Like I love auto tune. I feel like obviously you can use it in a capacity to you obviously help make your voice better. You can go even in a completely different route and kind of do the T-Pain thing where you just make it goofy, and I'm here for that too. Um, but I feel like this one kind of strikes that weird bit of like fun energy. The song is really upbeat, and I also think that the song itself is extremely damn catchy. Like that chorus hook, the sorry sorry like just got stuck in my head on first chorus. Like that was I was like already invested in it. And I just I think maybe potentially it just has this like it just raises those endorphins, right? Like I just think it's something one of those songs that just makes you feel good. Like there's truly like a positive energy to this song that like I think even like I said similarly to Ring Ding Dong, like I think that those types of songs just really have that way of just like messing with like your head in like a good way. Like I kind of also attribute it similarly to like I know it got memed on a lot when it first came out, but like Psy's Gangnam Style, right? Like I feel like that's also another like again very high energy, very aggressive, like in a good way, but like fun, danceable song. And I think like when you kind of boil it down to its like essence, right? Like all of those songs have in common that they all have a really good earworm, and they have a song that regardless of if you've heard it before or not, is going to get stuck in your head. You know what I mean? And I think for people to still say like, "Oh man, I want to dance to this song," or like, like this song has stood the test of time. I feel like speaks for the value of what this song and songs like this possess, which is that they have such a great hook and such a good memorable thing that you're always going to have association with the song whether you are a K-pop fan or not. And I think that that's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like I appreciate that there are some songs that just it still hit, you know what I mean? So um and also maybe it could be a little bit of nostalgia as well. Like I said, like and kind of to tangent a little bit, but it was like when I heard 1 or 8 do their song, and they obviously sampled Tokyo Drift from Teriyaki Boys. Like that, like I remember growing up and watching like Fast and Furious 3, and that song came on, and I was like, holy shit, what's this? And then like found like other groups like that. Like I found like Far East Movement not much longer after that. And like I think there is like a nostalgia that's attached to it. And I think even Gangnam Style, like as much as like I thought when I was younger, like that song sucks. Like, and I'm not to say it doesn't hit. Like, if it came on, like it'd be hidden, right? You know what I mean? Like, I like it now. Like, I don't have a disdain for it as much anymore. I'm sure it could get tiring to me over time. Certainly, if I listen to it, it's like back to back to back to back. But like, if it came on like now, I'd be driving. I'd be Gangnam styling. You know what I mean? So I think to me, it's that positive association. And so I feel like this song is going to be on my favorites because I'll probably wind up listening to it again and just being like, oh damn, I really enjoyed this is so much fun. Like, so I can imagine that people have still positive feelings on it. So um let's see what we got here. Kaylee says, it's weird because it feels old to me, but also I turn it up because I'm dancing. Hey, that's true. That's true. That's what I said. It's the positive feelings, which is good. Andy says, it's an earworm. I would agree. Guggy says, I will say I can't stand Gangnam Style anymore. I loved it when it came out. Now I move on immediately. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like it definitely had its season, certainly, but I don't know. I still feel like it's not. I feel like I can hear it in my head now. So like I could like I feel like if I say the name of the song and I remember it, I feel like that obviously has either some sort of staying power or I'm having an aneurysm, one of the two. So it is what it is. We're gonna keep it moving though. The next one we've got is Sorry Sorry Answer. Okay. This is an R&B remix featuring vocals and production from SN's legendary producer and vocal coach, Yu Youngjin. Very interesting. Okay. Let's check it out then. Okay.
I will love you do tonight. 미치도록 널 원하고 있어.
You can't start out the gate like that. Whoa.
없이 안 되는 너. Oh baby, I hold you in my arms. 오직 그 사랑에 심장이 뛰는 걸. 난 점점 숨이 막혀와. 이러다가 죽겠어. I want you, baby. 너무너무 아름다워 내 모습에 넋이 빠져버린 나. 그저 내 눈빛에 사로잡혀 고개조차 돌릴 수도 없는 나. 바보 같은 나. 가슴 터져버릴 것 같아. 너의 손을 잡으면 내 입술에 입맞춤 할 때면 그녀만은 나에게 조인할 수 있는 걸. I'm slave for you. 소리 내가 먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby. Shorty 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐 baby. 소리 내가 먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby. Shorty 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐 baby. 행복한 바보라도 된 기분 느낄 수 있겠니. 날 가져도 넌 괜찮아. 그대로 시간이 멈춰서 하나의 나이길 원해. 너무 아름다워 내 모습에 넋이 빠져버린 나. 그저 내 눈빛에 사로잡혀 고개조차 돌릴 수도 없는 나. 바보 같은 나. 가슴 터져버릴 것 같아. 너의 손을 잡으면 내 입술에 맞춘다면 그만이 나에게 조인할 수 있는 걸. I'm slave for you, baby. 소리 내가 먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby. Shorty 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐 baby. 소리 내가 먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby. Shorty 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐 baby. 상상할 수 없어 너를 잃는다는 걸. 내가 없이 살아가는 삶이라는 걸. 이 순간을 기억할게 맹세할게. 널 처음처럼 바라보는 해바라기 보. 마치 넌 나를 구원하게 보내진 걸. 사랑하는 삶이 내게 허락된 걸. 그대만으로 나는 충분해. Finally you in my life. Sorry baby 너만 너를 사랑했어. 미안해 정말 미안해. Shorty baby 그때만을 바라봤어. 미안해 정말 어쩔 수가 없나 봐. Sorry
Vocals in the back.
먼저 내게 빠져버려 baby. Shorty 눈이 부셔 숨이 막혀 내가 미쳐 Shorty, 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 shorty 날 부셔 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 숨이 막혀 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 내가 미쳐 미쳐 baby realize turn up the light baby give me candlelight 소리 내지 말고 우린 거저 이 공간을 느껴 깊이 빠져드는 사랑 증후군을 즐겨 변하지도 말자 헤어지지 말자 나보다 더 사랑해 말을 해주자 100번도 1000번이라도 on and on precious love
Listen, y'all know they can squat up like this. They know they did a fucking great job with this one. Holy shit. This was Sorry Sorry Answer. Very nice. Wow. I probably won't go into this one too in depth, but goddamn, man. they put on a clinic with this one. Oh man. I love the original. Obviously, Sorry Sorry, fun song, like great song. But to kind of do a 180 on this song and put it in like kind of a different characteristic or a different light, like still at first I was like, I've definitely heard this before, and then I like realized I was like, the song name is literally the one we just listened to, and I was like, oh, that's so crazy that like they remixed it. And I obviously remember like reading the notes here, but I feel like my brain didn't like click with it, right? Like it didn't make sense until we got to the chorus. I was like, oh shit, I know the song. But my God, I don't even think there's really anything I could say about it. I feel like the song speaks for itself. I feel like if you're looking for a masterclass on how to do like some absolutely gorgeous like ad libs, runs, all that jazz, I feel like this is certainly a song to listen to. And I think I think there is definitely space for both. Obviously, the original still a phenomenal song, but I feel like this one is also like, you know, if you want kind of more of a, I want to say a chill version of the song, because I think they definitely do, you know, their fair share of runs in the song. But I think if you're looking for a little bit more subdued version of the song, then this may work for you. But yeah, I think this one truly an amazing remix of this song. I think this was phenomenal. So a couple comments here. Kaylee says the difference is crazy. I would agree. Andy says this one is so good. Love it. Kaylee also said singing like retinas do. I was gonna say they're definitely singing like retinas do for sure. Gunky says it's completely different. It's a completely different song, and that's the charm of it and the amazing vocals. Andy says, "Go off, my dudes. This is one of my absolute favorites from their discography. I do not blame you. That is a valid answer." Kaylee says, Ryowook, Kyuhyun, and Yisung did a lot of the background stuff, but honestly, they were all popping off. I was gonna say that's crazy. Shouts to all of them. But goddamn, that's crazy. That was some next level shit. I'm here for it. That was awesome. All right. I don't know how we're gonna move on, but we are moving on. The next one we've got is It's You. This is Yoonhyuk and Donghae co-wrote the rap parts for this track. Very nice. All right, let's keep it moving. Ooh.
딴 사람 필요 없어 난 그냥 너라고 다시 한번 물어봐도 난 그냥 너라고 이미 너는 다른 사랑이겠지만 어쩔 수가 없어 다시 돌이킬 순 없어 내 눈빛에 뜨거워간 순간에 가슴 깊은 못을 봤던 순간 늦었다고 해도 난 그냥 너라고 잘못된 사랑인 걸 알고 있지만 포기할 수 없어 절대 놓칠 수는 없어 차차 내 입술을 떠부르네 뜨겁게 너를 찾아 외치네 불러봐도 대답 없는 너 있지만 널 기다린다고 나는 누가 뭐래도 나는 상관없다고 누가 욕해도 너만 바라본다고 다시 되면 안 돼도 오직 너뿐이라고 시간이 흘러도 날 사랑한단 말해도 천 번만 번 말해도 내 가슴 속 답을 타고 말을 입술 뱉도록 다시 되면 안 돼도 오직 너뿐이라고 시간이 흘러도 난 너라고 나는 왜 모르니 왜 모르니 난 너라고 나는 누가 뭐래도 나는 상관없다고 누가 욕해도 너만 바라본다고 다시 되면 안 돼도 오직 너뿐이라고 시간이 흘러도 날 사랑한단 말해도 천 번만 번 말해도 내 가슴 속 답을 타고 말을 입술에서 다시 되면 안 돼도 오직 너뿐이라고 시간이 흘러도 난 너뿐이라고
All right, very nice. This was Super Junior. It's you. If you're joining for the deep dive, appreciate you. Thanks for watching. All right, let's see what we got here. Kaylee says yes in caps. I play this song all the time, full volume in my car. Hey, let's go. Andy says amazing song. Kaylee also said it's in my current playlist. Very nice. Awesome. Gungi says let's go. Andy says Narago. And then Kaylee says this might be my favorite from them, at least one of them. That's fair. Listen, it's a great song. Kaylee also said Yisung popped off, and Andy says love it so much. Not surprised. I feel like you chose them for the deep dive, so I would imagine they're a majority of their discography you must love. So it makes sense. This was good. I enjoyed this one a lot. I think what I noticed about like the songs that I've listened to so far is like I feel like they have some songs that are a little bit more subtle. I feel like this one is definitely a little bit more subtle in its approach. Not to say that like it's bad by any means, right? Like I feel like sorry answer and going to this song, like obviously completely different vibes in that aspect. So I don't feel like comparing him in that way. However, I feel like this instrumental I liked a lot more. I love like that like really cool guitar parts they used in the song. I love the kind of like reverb elements they added it to it. I also really enjoyed kind of like I think they had like a little bit of an orchestral sound to this as well. I couldn't tell if it was like, it sounded like violin plucks from what I could tell. And I really enjoyed that. I feel like it makes it really, really ethereal in that way. So I appreciate that. As well with this song, I feel like the vocals just sounded like so good in this song. I can't quite put my finger on it, but just like the way that not only the pop off moments in the song were really fantastic, but I would just say like the vocals in general felt very like sweet, very warm. Like there's just something about like kind of the structure that felt different from what I've heard from Super Junior so far. But I really kind of love the way that they were able to incorporate, you know, a little bit of a different sound with this one. I think they really kind of again put it all together. I loved like the kind of like bridge section that they had going on in this song. I thought that was really also beautiful as well. And then the final chorus, I feel like they've really nailed it with a lot of the choruses in this song, especially at the end, where like you really get everybody kind of doing anything that they can to make the song at the end really legendary. Um, but I thought this was really good. I really enjoyed this. I can absolutely see why it is being one of Kaylee's favorites songs. It makes sense. So, um, great song, great song. Enjoy this one. So, all right, very cool. We are moving on to track 9, which is Bona Mana, Bona Mana. Oof, wow, I'm struggling on this Monday. Um, no notes. There's literally nothing. So we're just jumping into it. So let's give it a listen.
넌 내가 맥게 애가 맥게 너무 예쁜 미나 날 미쳤다고 말했던 난 네가 좋다 미나 누가 전해줘 my baby to my baby 내가 여기 있다고 말야 기다린단 말야 명 같아 부탁 말 좀 했다 미나 네 맘을 갖췄다면 그냥 나는 삶의 위나 이 세상에 이치란 여기 있는 자를 따라 나 같은 놈 말야 옛말에 세열번 찍으면 넘어간다 으쓱 그녀는 강적 끄떡 없다 삐죽 나는 어떡할까 그녀만이 내 관심인 girl
All right. This was Super Junior's Bonamana. Very nice. Kaylee says another iconic one, and Andy thumbed up, upvoted that. So very nice. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think of how to go about this one. Not that I didn't enjoy it. I will say, um, I feel like this song is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And not to say that it's not an iconic song. I definitely feel like it makes sense that this one's an iconic song. But to me, I feel like it's like we were like, oh, we love this. We appreciate the success of Sorry Sorry. Let's do another one that's kind of in a similar vein to that. And like I said, I feel like I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed Sorry Sorry. I feel like Sorry Sorry I enjoyed a little bit more. Um, but I can see kind of the through line between that. I would assume that maybe is their potentially their reasoning as to why, again, as to why they may have done this song. Um, because I feel like and especially in K-pop, I feel like you have to copy it. Uh, Kaylee says, "Sorry, sorry" is definitely more popular. I'd say, yeah, I would not be surprised certainly, but I feel like to me, it kind of is that like we knew that song was popular. Let's try to do another one that's similar to that. And that's like I said, not a dig, not anything, not anything negative. But I do think that this song is solid. I think it would be better if Sorry Sorry didn't exist, but I feel like since Sorry Sorry exists, like I feel like that is in my opinion, I feel like that's the superior version. Um, but I thought this was fun. This is a good song, very catchy, very earwormy. I think it takes a lot of those things that I said about Sorry Sorry, and I think it does meld it into this song certainly. But yeah, I think this one's good. Like I said, I don't think it's in my favorites certainly, but I definitely can understand why it being an iconic song, and I could also understand why people would enjoy this one. I still enjoyed it a lot. I still feel like it's got a great hook to it. But I do say I can see some of the similarities at least between the two songs. So, but I don't think it's a one for one copy. It's definitely similar. So, um, either way, fun song. I feel like that this came up on a playlist and I was listening to it. I wouldn't hit skip. You know what I mean? Like I'd be enjoying my time listening to this. But solid song all around. Nothing negative to say about it. So, all right, very cool. Well, we're gonna move on. The next one we've got is number 10. This one is No Other. Yeonhook and Kibum wrote the rap lyrics, making it one of the last tracks Kibum actively contributed to before fully pivoting to acting. Okay. All right. Let's check it out.
너 같은 사람 또 없어 주위를 둘러봐도 그저 그렇던 걸 어디서 찾니 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 마음 너같이 좋은 선물 너무 다행이야 애써 너를 지켜줄 그 사람이 바로 나라서 어디서 찾니 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 웃는 그런 최고로 행복한 너 너의 따뜻한 그 두 손이 차갑게 쉬고 있을 때 너의 강했던 그 마음이 날카롭게 상처받았을 때 내가 잡아줄게 안아줄게 살며시 그것으로 작은 위로 만든다면 좋겠어 언제나 더 많은 걸 해주고 싶은 내 맘 넌 다 몰라도 돼 가슴이 소리쳐 말해 자유로운 내 영혼 언제나 처음에 이 마음으로 너를 사랑해 걸어왔던 시간보다 남은 날이 더 많아 너 같은 사람 또 없어 주위를 둘러봐도 그저 그렇던 걸 어디서 찾니 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 마음 너같이 좋은 선물 너무 다행이야 애써 너를 지켜줄 그 사람이 바로 나라서 어디서 찾니 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 웃는 그런 최고로 행복한 너 나의 가난했던 마음이 눈부시게 점점 변해갈 때 작은 욕심들이 더는 넘치지 않게 내 맘의 그릇 커져갈 때 알고 있어 그 모든 이유는 분명히 네가 있어 주었다는 것 그것 딱 하나뿐 언제나 감사해 내가 너만큼 그리 잘할 수 있겠니 yeah. 가슴이 소리쳐 말해 자유로운 내 영혼 언제나 처음에 이 마음으로 너를 사랑해 걸어왔던 시간보다 너무 나를 더 만나 너 같은 사람 또 없어 주위를 둘러봐도 그저 그렇던 걸 어디서 찾니 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 마음 너같이 좋은 선물 너무 다행이야 애써 너를 지켜줄 그 사람이 바로 나라서 어디서 찾니 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 웃는 그런 최고로 행복한 너
있잖아 조금 아주 조금 나 솔직지만 너 말라 속은 태양보다 뜨거워 내 맘 좀 알아줘 TV쇼에 나오는 걸들은 무대서 빛이 난 대로 넌 언제나 눈부셔
내가 미쳐 미쳐 baby
사랑한단 너의 말에 세상을 다 가진 나 You and I are so fine 너 같은 사람 있을까 사랑해 oh 내게는 오직 나뿐이란 걸 바보 같은 나에게는 전부라는 걸 알아줘
같은 길을 걸어왔어 우리 서로 닮아가고 있잖아 놀라울 뿐이야 고마울 뿐이야 사랑할 뿐이야 같은 사람도 없어 주위를 둘러봐도 그저 그렇던 걸 어디서 찾니 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 사람 너같이 좋은 마음 너같이 좋은 선물 너무 다행이야 애써 너를 지켜줄 그 사람이 바로 나라서 어디서 찾니 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 행복한 너 나같이 웃는 그런 최고로 행복한 너 같은 사람도 없어
Very nice. All right, this was Super Junior's No Other. Very nice. I wait a second. I just saw something and I was very curious if it is what I think it is. What the fuck? Is it actually? Oh my god, it is. I don't know this member on the far left, but it looks like they're wearing a My Chemical Romance. Holy shit, that's great. I just noticed. I saw that in like a frame, and I was like, "Nah, that's wild." Holy shit. Hey Chul. Very nice. Listen, my man knows ball. I'm here for it. Let's go. That's amazing. Eagle eye spotted. Love to see it. Let's see. Kaylee says, oh yeah, this one isn't maybe iconic as much as very well known. That's fair. That's fair. I enjoyed this. It's a very sweet song. I enjoyed the vibe. I thought the vocals on I feel like I could say that pretty much about any of these Super Junior songs I've listened to so far, but their vocals are so incredible. I think, like I said, they over this time frame, and I'm sure I'll say probably even more so in part two, is how great the vocals are. I feel like again they do such a great job of layering their vocals, and I feel like again to have them kind of be implemented in other groups. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm sure out even outside of SM. I can even imagine like the type of impact that like those like how well they layered vocals, especially with the amount of members that they have for this group. I think they do such a great job. Like I don't think there's ever a moment where I'm like, ooh, I could use more vocals in this part. I think they do a really good job of like really kind of not only keeping your attention, but also kind of giving you enough space to work with like how the vocals need to sit in the song which members obviously have some like ad lib moments or like kind of different vocal moments to make them shine a little bit more. But yeah, I thought this one was really sweet, very fun. Obviously it'll be sad to see Kpop go, but yeah, I thought this was really sick. So enjoyed this one. So very nice. All right. It looks like the next one also no notes. So I feel like this one may potentially be an iconic song as well. Can't say. But the next song is Mr. Simple. So let's check it out.
Super Junior in love, Super Junior in town. 기다림이 끝났어. 그대에게 가까이 다가갈게. Super Junior in love, Super Junior in town.
Loving this intro.
기다림이 끝났어. 그대에게 이젠 다 들려줄게. Because I'm naughty. Hey, I'm Mr. Simple. Because I'm naughty.
Interesting.
세상에 내 맘대로 안 된다고 화만 내면 안 돼. 그럴 필요 없지. 걱정도 팔자 작은 일에 너무 연연하지 말자. 몸에 좋지 않아. 성격이 좋았다가 나빴다가 그런 거지 뭐. 실적이 올랐다가 떨어졌다 그런 때도 있지. 어쩌면 괜찮아. 쉬어가는 것도 좋아. 모든 것이 때가 있는 거니까. 그때가 남자라면 친구 만나 술 한잔은 털어버리고. Alright. 그때가 여자라면 친구를 만나 수다 떨어 날려버리고. Alright. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 멋져. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 예뻐. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 멋져. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 예뻐. 어서 가자. 막혔을 땐 보다 가자. 골치 아파 죽겠다면 얼굴만 놀고 보자. 안 그래도 거친 세상 죽어다니면 나만 지쳐. 기다려봐 아껴둬봐 나의 날 잊고 볼 테니까. Royal Night. I'm Mr. Simple. Royal Night. 네가 왔잖아 두려워 말고. Royal Night. 가자 Mr. Simple. Royal Night. 내가 왔잖아 준비됐잖아. 속 썩는 일이 한두 가지 아닌 세상에 우린 살아. 그건 애도 알아. 뭐 이렇게 어렵나. 우리 잘 먹고 잘 자고 또 잘하면 그렇게 하면 되지. 그때가 화가 나면 친구를 만나 뒷담 화로 불어버리고. Alright. 그때가 괴롭다면 노래 불러 소리 질러 날려버리고. Alright. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 멋져. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 예뻐. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 멋져. But I'm Mr. Simple. 그때로 예뻐. This.
That's crazy.
자유란 게 몸이 별거 있나. 소소한 일탈의 재미. 살아있는 그댈 느끼고 싶나. 가슴 뛰는 내 꿈들의 얘기. Because I'm naughty. 이제 걱정하지 마. 앞엔 좋은 날이 올 거야. 심각한 얘긴 다 뒤로 밀어두고. 오늘은 밝게 웃어봐. 그대의 환한 웃음 내 모두 기분 좋아져.
Interesting. All right. This was Mr. Simple from Super Junior. Very nice. All right. Let's see what we got. Comment wise. Um Icon, everyone is saying iconic, iconic. Love to see it. Uh Andy says that intro. Kaylee says that intro gives false hope. Also the dance, you gotta learn this one too. Okay. I'm gonna have to learn it. I'm gonna have to learn it. Gunky says now this is better than sorry, sorry. Ooh, okay. Okay. And Andy says, let's go. Unhyuk. Very nice. Very nice. Um, I've noticed okay. I've noticed a pattern. We started with obviously sorry, sorry. Then we got to Bonamana, and then now we're with Mr. Simple. I noticed that they went through like I don't want to say a phase, but I noticed that like those three, right, that are I would argue, especially in this part one right now, they definitely are going for something, right? And I feel like obviously they are all consistent in terms of like similar styling. Not exactly the same, but they all kind of cut from a similar cloth, right? Um I don't think that that's particularly bad. I don't take up any issue with that certainly. But I can also understand why all of them are simultaneously iconic in that way, right? Like I think if you're starting from the baseline of sorry, sorry, right? Like it would almost you would almost be assuredly assume that Bonamana and Mr. Simple would also by extension be iconic songs because they all are cutting from the same cloth, right? So I like I said, in terms of the songs for that I've listened to so far from them, like I do like this. I think they definitely changed up the formula a little bit, which I appreciate. Like the synths are a little bit more like punchy, a little bit more grainy, a little bit more sawtoothy. And I think that that kind of like aggressiveness, along with kind of the choreography and kind of the encapsulation of the song, I thought was really good. Um, I also liked a lot of like the melody choices in this one. It feels, like I said, feels samey in that way. Like all of the three title tracks that we've listened to recently, like I said, sorry, sorry, Bonamana and Mr. Simple. I feel like they all have had really different takes vocally, but I felt like this one was so cool. I liked a lot of the descending melodies. I also liked a lot of the like vocal ensemble moments in this song as well. I thought they were really good. I think like the way that they kind of layered it out almost felt like vocally robotic in a weird way, like not that they were actually robotic, but like the way that they styled their vocals I thought was very interesting. I also really enjoyed the rap section in this song. I thought they did a great job with this one. There is two members that I really liked in this song, and I gotta go back to the moment where I enjoyed um I enjoyed this member and the one after him, this guy in the black hair. Those two, I gotta give them a shout. So chat if you can let me know who they are. They were incredible. Kihyun and Yesung. Okay, perfect. They're awesome. I do remember Kaylee and Andy also mentioning that they did a lot of the pop off vocal moments. They sounded incredible. I'm also gonna have to keep an eye out for them as well. They're awesome. I really love their vocals in this song, especially in this bridge section here. I thought they were great. But yeah, I think this one is also really good. Like I said, I think my commentary could extend to Bonamana as well. I think that they all have that really I think the thing that holds them all together is that they have such an earwormy quality to the chorus. Like I think each chorus was just a heat. Like they were just heaters. They're like banger after banger after banger. I feel like that is kind of the through line between all three of those songs. They all had really great choruses, and I think that's probably why they have that sort of memorability or iconicness to them is because people I feel like associate those things together, right? In a trio almost. So I definitely like it. Like I said, I feel like I feel like this one's probably up there. I probably would put this one on my favorites as well. It was fun. I was bobbing my head, feeling the vibes. So I definitely enjoyed this one. I would say if we're talking in the trio sense, I feel like Bonamana was my, I want to say least favorite. It just wasn't one that jived with me as much. It's still a really great song, but I feel like Sorry Sorry and Mr. Simple were the ones that I enjoyed more. So, but Kaylee says club phase. I could 100% see that. Gucky says they are kind of samey. Andy says yes. And Kaylee says, for reference, this MV has almost 90 million views more than Sorry Sorry. That's crazy. That is awesome. Good for them. Kaylee says, IDK, if you knew this, but Super Junior was known for fighting each other. Like literally, there's a bunch of stories of them physically or verbally fighting each other that they told later on, especially around this time. That's crazy. I did not know that. I did know when I did know that we have had conversations. I know that, so I think I brought it up to my girlfriend. I'm like, I think we're doing Super Junior, and she's like, oh, she's like, they're hella controversial. And I was like, that was the first thing that she said. She said they got good songs, certainly, but like she also meant that was the first thing after she mentioned that they have a good song. So I was like, I kind of had like a feeling on it. I was like, it's probably, we probably won't talk about it, but I mean, if we do, that's nuts. That's actually insane. But I'm also not surprised. I feel like it's a bunch of dudes being dudes, you know. So hopefully that's behind them. They seem much. I know we did check, not to tangent, but I know we did check out like a video of them more recently, I guess, where we're on a variety show, and it seems like they have a much better camaraderie now, which is good to see. You love to see it. So Andy says yes, there's like an hour compilation of them telling those stories. Oof. Oh man, that's crazy. Hopefully they're doing better. It seems like it, like I said. Kaylee says that in the time era, they were very conducive to it, unfortunately. That's terrible. Well, like I said, hopefully it's beyond that point. I would imagine that grown ass man would not be doing that now, but I've seen crazier. So, very nice. All right. Well, not very nice, but we're moving on. The next one we've got is Superman. This was an SS10 live. Yoonhyuk wrote his rap lyrics to this track, looking to showcase the group's pride and history. Very nice. Andy says this is a live performance from the song in their concert, Super Show 10. I think this one shines better live as it's anthemic. Okay, perfect. All right, let's get into Superman then.
슈퍼주니어는 원래 맨자만 빠진 이름하여 힘센 놀이 슈퍼맨
Welcome in, No Santa.
세상 모든 요정들이 내게 변해 내게로 달려와 이 순간을 함께 즐겨볼까
진지하게 중요하게 나를 사랑해줄 사람들을 나는 감동시켜
괜히 허세 부리고 솔직하지 못하고 내게 그런 순간이라고는 없었다
우리 최고 스케일도 최고 뭐든지 최고가 아니면 안돼 슈퍼주니어는 원래 맨자만 빠진 이름하여 힘센 놀이 슈퍼맨
슈퍼맨 열정도 최고 정신력도 최고 누가 우릴 감히 끌어낼 텐가 슈퍼주니어는 원래 맨자만 빠진 이름하여 내센 우리 슈퍼맨 자자자 다음 누구 다 같이
그렇게 왜 그렇게 뒤를 돌아보나 여기 있는데 나는 도대체 누구를 찾는 거냐 내가 신동
하늘의 별을 따라줄까 세바 한 개 두 개 세 개 우린 원래 잃어버린 별을 남쳐 별이 열세 개
그렇지만 나 우린 외롭지 않아 우린 내세 패밀리랑 요정들이 있잖아
주저하지 마 애써 외면하지 마 이미 취해버린 그대 슈퍼홀리
너를 불러봐 이젠 춤을 따라해 같이 신나게 얼씨구 절씨
우리 규모도 최고 스케일도 최고 뭐든지 최고가
아니면 안돼
슈퍼주니어는 원래 맨자만 빠진 이름하여 힘센 우리 슈퍼맨 열정도 최고 정신력도 최고 누가 우릴 감히 끌어낼 텐가 슈퍼주니어는 원래 맨자만 빠진 이름하여 내센 우리 슈퍼맨
마음이 울적할 때 노래 듣고 부를 때 기분을 달래줄 뭔가 필요할 때 우리가 곁에 있어 있는 힘껏 외쳐봐
슈퍼주니어 we are 슈퍼맨
되게 심심할 때 인터넷 검색할 때 슈퍼짤만 치면 나와 쭈루루쭈루쭈루 언제나 곁에 있어 소리 질러 외쳐봐
슈퍼주니어 we are 슈퍼맨
거기 아무도 몰라줘도 매일 최선을 다해 간다
누구나 해도 기록이 말해준다 함께 걷는 길이 비록 험난할지라도 결국 슈퍼주니어 The last man standing
All right, that was Super Junior's Superman from their. Oh my god, I can't keep adding super to everything. This is Superman from their Super show. God, holy shit, they really knew how to put super together. That's wild. No Santa says I love soju, so I guess suchu is alright. God damn it, I'm falling apart. Anyway, this was cool. I like this. Also, insane show. I'm curious. This looks like it was okay. So this is 8 months ago. So this isn't terribly long ago, I would guess. That's wild. It's crazy how like no. I hope this is not taken offensively, but it's crazy how much they've like can draw. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I know this was in Korea, but like, I mean, if you're looking at those shots, like, I mean, it looks I mean, from what I could tell, it looked pretty packed in that arena. So that's crazy. Andy says this performance is from their last tour. That's crazy, but I'm still saying like that's a lot of people. Like, this was at what Seoul's KSP. I'm curious how much that holds. Seoul KSP Dome capacity. I mean, that depending upon how many, like, it looks like the back is blocked from obviously the performance. So I mean, from what I could tell online, it looks like it's anywhere between 9,000 to 15,000 attendees, which that's a lot. That's a pretty packed room. So and it looked pretty sold out. So that's awesome. Good for them. But I enjoyed this. This is a cool song. I would agree with Andy that I feel like the live performance definitely helped. I will go check out the OG version of it certainly, but I feel like it was very anthemic, and I think what I also kind of attributed this song as well is it almost has like a chantingness to it, right? Like it almost feels like, you know, like you're huddled around like you're about to perform like a tribal ritual, you know what I mean? In like a weird way, right? Not in a weird way, in a bad way, but like just like it feels that way, at least performance wise. And I feel like musically it also kind of plays to that, like them like banging their chest and stuff, like is very cool. I thought that the way that they put it together was really interesting. Also they sound really good live too. I think their voices really sound very dynamic, and I loved when they were all like kind of singing more so in unison. I feel like that was also really cool as well. But this is a great performance. They, like I said, they they look like they're still performing super well. So, very awesome. Um, all right, cool shit. We're keeping it moving. The next one we've got is Acha. So let's keep it going.
가지 마라 가지 마 너는 날 떠나지 마라 자꾸 어딜 자꾸 또 가는 척 하지 마라 하지 마 그런 말 좀 하지 마라 맘에 없는 말 다 접어 지워 비워 흔들리는 건 너의 맘뿐 아슬아슬 매달린 난 사랑의 스파이더 조각조각 난 꺼질 다시 다난좀 나갈 수 있어 결국 넌 아차 하게 될걸 또 가차 이미 늦어 자꾸만 아파 왜 모르나 미쳐 나 지쳐 내게 갇혀 빠빠빠라빠라빠 오직 너 하나뿐이다 세상 남자들 비교마다 웃지 마라 웃지 마 사랑을 비웃지 마라 때론 유치한 내 고백 맘을 열어 회오리치는 너 토네이도 겁 없이 뛰어든 용감한 돈키호테 떠나보낼 건 내가 아는 너 삼켜버린 두려움 결국 넌 아차 하게 될걸 또 가차 왜 너만 몰라 내 숨이 가파온다 또 다쳐 날 받쳐 날 못 놓쳐 Oh my gosh 너의 어둠 밝혀 do it do it 난 original Hey baby love crash 말아라 제발 do not break 빠빠빠빠라빠라 내 말 좀 잘 들어봐라 결국 넌 아차 하게 될걸 또 가차 이미 늦어 자꾸만 아파 왜 모르나 미쳐 나 지쳐 내게 갇혀 결국 넌 아차 또 가차 왜 너 하나만 모르니 내 숨이 또 돌아서지 마 멀어져 가지 마라 또 가차 떠나지 마 자꾸만
All right, very cool. This was Acha from Super Junior. Very nice. A couple comments. Kaylee says, "Yay, Yisung," and Real Walk. Very nice. And Andy says, "Their vocals are so good." I would agree. I agree. I enjoy this. Very fun. I love I like kind of the dynamic shift of this one. Obviously, it's interesting to jump. I know Superman obviously was done back in this time frame, but obviously seeing them perform it now, I think was a cool contrast. Um, but I really enjoyed it. I think, like I said earlier, I feel like their vocals just hold up so well, and like obviously seeing them still perform like I said, seeing them perform Superman, I feel like just kind of further exemplifies my statement on that. But I enjoyed this a lot. Very fun. I think the chorus is really catchy in the song. Like I said, I think they've got a real lock on good choruses. I think they absolutely nailed that. I kind of was getting. I think Kaylee literally stole my thunder, but like that, like late old like Lady Gaga or Kesha, Definitely got that vibe. It also kind of weirdly enough gave me, there's two other songs that I could think of, like the first verse, I think more specifically, gave me like the almost like a what is love, like that, obviously the popular song from the 80s vibe. I don't know why, but that was like where my brain went for that. And then later on in the song, it was kind of giving me like Everybody Dance Now, again another OG song certainly. But like also kind of, I guess kind of that also plays off that Kesha and like older Lady Gaga, because I imagine they were also influenced by like that really, again, synth driven electronic sound. And I feel like that, I feel like obviously all of those things kind of work in tandem together, um, but I feel like musically this one was definitely, like I said, the chorus and the bridge, I feel like, were probably the shining lights for me in the song. I feel like at this point I just expect them to do at some level vocal pop off in each song, and to my surprise, they never not do it. So, which I'm stoked on. But yeah, I felt like this one was really really fun. Great song. I feel like all of the songs that we've listened to so far have all been really good. So I haven't had one where I've been like, I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like they've all been very much in the good wheelhouse. So love to see it. All right, we are keeping it moving. The next one we've got is number 14, and I believe this is Opera. It looks like it is a Japanese release. So let's check it out.
シチュエーションさらにもっともっとハマってしまうだろう再会ますます身はこんなイメージ君は吸い込まれただ満たされ再会内緒内緒ペラ踊るよオペラ歌うよトペラねえいいから来るに行こうか内緒内緒オペラキーワードこれがいいからねえいいからクールに行こうかさあいいからこれがいいから差し込む光の下では君の愛までもかすかに滲むそうさ主役はあくまでも僕で一切の容赦もない君を溶かす再会内緒内緒オペラ踊るよオペラ歌うよオペラねえいいなら人にしようか内緒内緒オペラキーワードオペラ太鼓のにあるさあいいから全部いいから全部いいからときめきはいつも突然やってくるから破る勇気なくさないでずっとずっとモーツァルトヘンデルビーチ言葉はなくたって君が思うより君に似合うオペラ内緒内緒オペラ踊るよオペラ歌うよオペラねえいいからクールに行こうか
All right, very cool. This was Super Junior's Opera, the Japanese release. Very nice. Andy says this was originally a Korean B side on the Mr. Simple album. It got re released as a Japanese title track. Ah, very nice. Thanks for the info. Appreciate it. Um, I'm not surprised. I feel like this definitely. I feel like we've talked about B sides before in the past, but like I feel like with this song, like if you hadn't told me, Andy, I feel like I could have piecemealed that together certainly. Um, but this was very interesting. Like I'm not surprised that I feel like it worked well in terms of a Japanese release, but I definitely feel like you can tell the correlation between like this song and obviously Mr. Simple, because I feel like sonically they definitely obviously and are on the same release, on the Korean side. But I also feel like it's very interesting for them to have had a song as a B side, but then decided to also make it a title track on the Japanese side. I thought that was very interesting. And I would also say, and maybe this is potentially reaching to some degree, but it is also interesting to see like that this one I feel like the lines are a little bit more blurred in terms of the Japanese material versus and maybe this might be the only example of it, but it feels interesting that this is like Mr. Simple is obviously a Korean title track, and this also could have very easily been a Korean title track as well, but also opted to be on the Japanese side. So very interesting. I think that that's cool. I don't think that I've personally seen doing this for as long as I've been doing it for. So I feel like that's really cool, and hopefully kind of meshes, hope to keep kind of at least the listeners on the Japanese side and the Korean side kind of a little bit more amalgamous. So I like that. As far as the song goes, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, borrowed a lot of similar musical stylization to that of Mr. Simple. I wouldn't say necessarily in like the BPM of the song, but like some of the synth choices feel very similar in that aspect. But like, like you're able to kind of understand, oh, like these songs definitely feel like they fit together. So I love that aspect of it. I also like the like minor phrasing of this song. I feel like we've heard a lot of like upbeat, a little bit more like bright major key sounds, and I feel like this was the first time, at least from what I've heard so far from Super Junior, where I feel like the tonality of the song is a little different. I love like the little bit more of that darker phrasing. And I also appreciate kind of like maybe different stylistic choices. That bridge was really cool in this song as well. And I enjoyed this one a lot. Like I said, I think instrumentally is a little bit different. Still kept a lot of that same sort of like punchy EDM elements of the song, but just kind of in a more minor phrasing. So very cool. I enjoyed this one a lot. This was a good one. So very nice. The next one we've got is Sexy, Free, and Single. That is that I feel like that is a I feel like that's a slogan. It should be a slogan for like a dating app. So anyway, listen, don't steal my ideas. If you're watching, don't steal it. Anyway, keep it moving.
Every single day try 정말 거의 다 왔어 We get close to good time 시간들에 say goodbye Oh Sexy free and single 이제 준비는 완료 Sexy free and single I'm ready to bingo Hey 누구나 쉽사리 갖는 건 재미없지
Everybody download everything.
높게 세게 라라라라라 위에서 봐 견뎌낸 착각에 닿게 되는 것 좀 더 버텨 라라라라라라 내 사람아 날 더 믿어줘 난 드디어 wake up 수면 위로 긴 시련을 다 깊어져 나다워져 이젠 upgrade 한 단계로 나가 숨이 차게 달려와 멋진
번쯤 다 겪어보는 것뿐. We fail, we lose, to win. 두려워하지 마라.
내 사람아 사람아 난 더 강해졌어 드디어 우리 time for romance
더 멋진 꿈을 향해 또 날아가겠어. 다시 upgrade 지켜봐 맡겨봐.
난 점점 대단해지는 girl Sexy 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 이 거친 세상을 마주한 채 준비된 점 아는 걸 Sexy 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 여긴 끝도 없는 변수만큼 해봐 숨이 차게 달려와 멋지게 끝낸 그대 have a good time 오늘만큼 party time 가슴이 요동치는 승리를 맛봐 이제는 have a good time 누가 그댈 맡겠나 Sexy free and single 난 좀 괜찮은 남자 Sexy free and single 난 좀 대단한 남자 역시 불리한 확률에 맞서 겁내지 말고 역시 불리한 확률은 끝도 안 봐도 빙고
이 세상 끝에서 또 한 번 숨을 돌리고
날 지켜준 사람 소중한 믿음을 간직해 기대해도 좋아 Let's go Sexy free and single I'm ready to bingo Sexy free and single I'm ready to bingo 숨이 차게 달려와 멋지게 끝낸 그대 have a good time 오늘만큼 party time 가슴이 요동치는 승리를 맛봐 이제는 have a good time 내가 그댈 맡겠나 Sexy free and single I'm ready to bingo
All right, that was Super Junior, Sexy Free and Single. Andy says, "Sexy Free and Single, I'm ready to bingo." Always makes me laugh. I didn't see it at first. I like passed by it, and then I got to the second chorus and I heard it. I was like, "Son of a bitch." Um, and he also said a banger. It was a fun song. I agree. I enjoyed it. But I will say, I feel like as a terrible joke, I feel like nursing homes are missing out on their bingo night. They could use that whole slogan, "Sexy, free, and single. I'm ready to bingo," and then everybody's like, "Here, get your cards here." All right, I'll see myself out. Anyway, uh, this this was interesting. I will say I feel like out of all the songs so far, I thought this one was definitely a little bit more tame. And I mean that in a nice way. I feel like all of the songs have been vastly different. But I like that this one kind of has like a little bit more of a like it's poppy in a good way. Like I feel like there's definitely moments where like they were able to kind of show off some of the different vocal styling. I feel like the instrumentation isn't like extremely like in your face. Like I feel like sometimes like maybe some of the Super Junior songs are a little bit more punchy in a good way, right? But I feel like this one has more of a subdued approach to it, and I like that. I think they were able to highlight a little bit more of their like vocal runs and like a little bit more of the like melody choice in this. Like um it doesn't feel as like aggressively played out. Like and I appreciate that. So I really enjoyed this one. I also enjoyed, like I said, I feel like Andy spilled the beans on the chorus, but I definitely feel like I every time that chorus came on, I got a good chuckle out of it. So I love that. And the vocals on this were incredible. I think combined with like the choreography, I am still enamored by how well they all move in unison. Like there's something just unique seeing them all like move collectively so smoothly and so gracefully is really damn impressive. So um I love that as well. I think the choreography on this was really fun. I like that they do like a lot of like arm locking, like popping and locking a little bit, and like the way that their leg movements are just so clean. So really enjoyed that. I think that's something that like I haven't given as much love for, but I definitely appreciate the choreography. So I wanted to give that a salute. So No Santa says classic SM English lyrics, couldn't say ready to mingle like a normal person. Oh my god. Listen, I think it's funnier that way. Like I said, I think the nursing homes are missing out on that. You know, I feel like there is an untapped SM lyric potential right there. You know what I mean? So if you want to use that at your local bingo night, then here it is. You know. Anyway, we're keeping it moving. The next one we've got is Spy. So let's check it out. Nice, the 007 intro.
내 사랑한 SPY 그녀를 쫓아 day and night 샤프트 잡히지 않아 그림자처럼 붙지만 내가 사랑한 SPY 그녀를 쫓아 day and night 숨이 더 끝까지 차와 그녀를 겨눈 그 순간 I'm not your little runaway I'm not your little runaway I'm not your little runaway 일생일 때 스릴 돋는 스토리가 지금부터 하이라이트
Low
막 달릴
vocals.
거야 쭉 번뇌으로 꺾은 핸들 그게 답일걸 붙잡고 밟아봐 맨 끝까지 가봐 함정을 피해 봤잖네 내 도망에 잡힌 baby 내가 사랑한 SPY 그녀를 쫓아 day and night 새벽도 잡히지 않아 그림자처럼 붙지만 내가 사랑한 SPY 그녀를 쫓아 day and night 숨이 턱 끝까지 차와 그녀를 겨눈 그 순간 골든핑거를 찾아서 영화 같은 채심 달려서 서로를 비웃고 놀리며 쫓고 쫓는 블랙버스터
그 꼬리와의 긴 거리를 좁혔으면 이제 멈춰서 나 one two let's go 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 kick it in the back go kick it in the Go kick it in the go kick it in the 친절하신 내비게이션 미안하지만 꺼버리고 짐승 같은 내 본능만으로 계속
가자 이 길이 맞다면 난 오케이 그게 남자야 man 아니면 난 오케이 함정을 피해 봤잖아 Little runaway 내 도망에 잡힌 baby 그 숨맛이 짜릿해 이건 참 살아있네 그 사랑은 새빨간 침착한 손을 쫓아나 표적에 꽂힐 때 느껴져 심장이 미친 듯 뛰고 머리는 차가워져 I got you run away I got you run away 침착한 손끝을 떠나 표적에 꽂힐 때 느껴져 심장이 미친 듯 뛰고 머리는 차가워져
Damn. Right in the chest. Anyway, that was Super Junior's Spy. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging for the deep dive. Appreciate you. Andy says Super Junior has a beef with this song. They hate it. Interesting. Okay. You got it. I feel like since you dropped the knowledge, I feel like you gotta. I'm curious why they hate it. That's interesting. Interesting. I guess as far as the song goes, I liked it. I thought it was pretty solid. Um, I feel like to me, I like that they used a lot of like this like typical spy music, spy music that you would hear in those types of movies. Obviously, they gave a reference to 007 in the beginning intro of the song, so I love that. I thought that was really cool. I think the way that they kind of put it all together, I think was very interesting. I think the only thing that kind of threw me off a little bit was uh the verses kind of have like this almost like I don't even know. It's not really a waltz, but it's kind of like a more like upbeat, like kind of 1920s, maybe 1930s kind of like ragtime sort of feel of the song. And I think that that's very interesting. Um, as far as the musicality of the song goes, I think it's very on par with the other Super Junior songs as well. I thought the vocals on this were really solid. I really enjoyed the choreography as well. I thought that was really good, especially like again they do such considering how many members they have. I feel like they do such a great job of keeping it very like interesting and very dynamic. So I definitely love that. Um, as well as that, like I said, I didn't think it was like one of those songs that kind of blew me away, but I feel like I feel like if you like spy movies, or at least I would assume most people are familiar with like the spy tropes and like musicality behind, in spy movies. I feel like you'll get a lot of love out of that. Obviously, if you're a big fan of Super Junior, then that's a win-win for you certainly. But yeah, overall, not a bad song. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and it was very solid. So, Kaylee says it's very funny when it comes on and they all freak out. That's fair. Andy says it's because mostly because of their very intricate choreography with so many members. It gets very chaotic. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Definitely like in some of those bigger like moments, I can understand that, especially being a little bit more hectic. So, I feel like that makes sense. So, very nice, very nice. We are keeping it moving. We still got a good bit left. So, want to try to get it done as soon as possible. But we've got Mamacita next. So, let's check it out.
너는 왜 지금 입을 막고 있네 흘러가는 소리를 따르기로 했네 그냥 슛하면 잠잠해질 걸 모두 애써 바가지를 긁었대
슈퍼맨이라도 기대하고 있니 이만하면 놀기 좋은 세상 맞지 원래 하던 대로 가던 길만 가면 튀어서 망칠 맞을 일이 없잖니
거인하게 지켜 누리요 yes.
정말 역시 그렇게 말해요
yes.
특별함을 다 가진 우리요 도대체 무슨 일이 있었나 Hey mamacita 내가 아야야야야 잔인하게 깨져버린 꿈이 아야야야야 뭔가 무너지고 떠났어 눈물마저 담에 말랐어 감투를 쓴자 무게를 느껴 You can do it 누가 먼저 시작했던 말도 이제 그만 좀 끝내보고 싶어 서로 자극하는 말 목적 없는 전쟁 같아 당장 눈앞에 이들만 보고 나를 선 이빨을 가려도 보고 정말 중요한 걸 잊었는데 또 묻고 서도
소리쳐도 들리지 않나요 yes. 지키지 못할 약속했나요 yes. 시원스레 해결해봤나요
도대체 무슨 일일까
Hey mamacita 내가 아야야야야 잔인하게 깨져버린 꿈이 아야야야야 뭔가 무너지고 떠났어 눈물마저 담에 말랐어 감투를 쓴자 무게를 느껴 You can do it
돌아서서 다른 길로 다시 너를 위해 위로
그 자리에 맞게 알로
You ain't got no chance 놓치지 마한 번 더 나면 잡을 수 없어
It's funny I don't think so 설교하지 마난
일종의 값너 말에 일종의 이 파워 게임에 밀려버린 자가 너 하나뿐이겠냐
Just close your lips, shut your tongue.
나 혼자 다른 꿈을 꾸면 절대 안돼 지금 네가 필요해 네가 필요해 네가 필요해
잠도 많고 웃음도 많고 좋아하는 사람들과 살아가고 가끔씩은 뒤를 돌아봤을 때 너무 잘해왔구나 생각할 때 나도 있고 우리도 있고 기대해볼 만한 그런 미래 있고 언제라도 우린 다시 한 번 더 힘을 내게 될 테니 Hey mamacita 내가 아이야야야야 잔인하게 깨져버린 꿈이 아이야야야야 뭔가 무너지고 떠났어 눈물마저 다 메말랐어 곁에 심장 무게를 느껴 You can do it 돌아서서 다른 길로 다친 너를 위해 위로 그 자리에 맞게 알로 You ain't got no chance 놓치지 마 한 번 떠나면 잡을 수 없어 Hey mamacita 내가 아이야야야야
All right, very cool. This was Super Junior's Mamacita. Very nice. A couple comments here. Kaylee says, yeah. No, says, can I peep the playlist? The current playlist? I can scroll down a little bit. This is what we have left before we migrate over to part 2 on Wednesday. So that will little sneak peek. Kaylee says, yeah, close your lips and shut your tongue. And Andy says, just close your lips and shut your tongue. Shindong Mamacita 2014. Oh, I was like, wait, did he actually say that? I was like, that doesn't make. I was like, that makes no sense. That's amazing. I love that. I thought that's what I thought I heard, and I was like, damn. I was like, that something's a little off there. As for that, I feel like obviously I'm sure he gets memed. I'm sure he gets railed for that line. I think the song itself was good. I liked it. I think it was very fun. I love the chorus. I feel like the chorus is so good, really catchy, good earworm. I also enjoyed the instrumentation. I like the kind of like more Spanish style influence of the song. I think it's really solid, and I think they did a great job keeping it like not only I think the song light, but also I feel like the choreography was really really smooth in this. I think if anything, like the acting on this was really fun as well. So I like that they got to be a little bit, not to say they haven't been goofy in some of their other ones, but I feel like they're letting loose a little bit more and having a little bit more fun. So I definitely enjoyed this one. There's a lot of interesting moments of like vocals in this one. I wouldn't say there is as much pop off vocals, which is, I feel like I've come to expect a little bit from Super Junior, but I feel like overall vocals were really solid in this one as well. But like I said, that chorus just is so good. I really did enjoy the chorus, and like I said, both Kaylee and Andy pointed out the lyrics of that. I'll probably never forget that song purely based off that lyricism. So that's amazing. So very nice. All right, so the next one we've got here is Raining Spell for Love. This is the remade version, so let's check it out.
사랑이 먹지 않게
Ooh. Oh, that's just the intro.
문을 막는 한숨 말이 없는 입술 그 시간에서 너와 나
그곳에 하나도 없는 빗속 혼자만 남은 우산 그 허전함에 멈춰서 길을 막고 일 거야 눈을 감아 아무렇지 않은 척해 보지만 I know 뭔지 모르게 눈앞엔 비가 내리고 그대로 난 아무 말 할 수 없었어 하루만 어지간 구름을 잡아줘 너를 막아서 우리 멎지 않게 흘러가는 이 시간을 또 잡아줘 이 순간을 멈춰 사랑이 멎지 않게 먹구름에 눈물을 쏟아내고 메아리쳐 몽로와 불러봐도 빗소리에 잠겨 날 삼켜도 괜찮아 심장은 젖잖아 기억을 써내지마 지워내려 하지마 인진 끈을 녹이려 하지마 끊어내려 하지마 같은 비가 심장에 박혔나봐 이 끝이 없는 rainy spring 내가 돌아오는 주문이 된다면 돌아온다면 봄이 젖어도 견딜 수 있을 텐데 멀어지는 구름을 잡아줘 너를 막아서 눈물이 멎지 않게 흘러가는 이 시간을 또 잡아줘 그 순간을 멈춰 사랑이 멎지 않게 손이 걷어도 길게 불러도 버붓는 비틈의 희미해져 맘속에 참았던 그것이 쏟아져 눈물이 언제쯤 그칠 수 있을까 멀어지는 구름을 잡아줘 너를 막아서 우리 멎지 않게 흘러가는 이 시간을 또 잡아줘 이 순간을 멈춰 사랑이 멎지 않게 날 찾아 헤매다 너를 놓아준 눈물을 원망해도 마지막으로 나와 눈을 감아 눈을 감아 사랑이 멎지 않게
All right. This was Super Junior's Raining Spell for Love, the remade version. Very nice. And he says this video was dropped in 2020, but it was the original B-side is from Mamacita's album in 2014. Ah, very nice, very nice. I enjoyed this a lot. I'm curious to see obviously the differential between the remade version comparatively to the 2014 version. But I really enjoyed this a lot. I think I think this one will be on my favorite. I feel like I have to put this one on my favorites. I just was like mesmerized by the vocal arrangement of this. Obviously, I've talked in length already about how much I've enjoyed their vocals throughout, this first part of Super Junior, but I feel like this was probably the first, along with Superman, I feel like this was the first instance where not only I feel like I was able to kind of just like be able to know that like you could tell there was multiple different vocals involved with this, but like actually seeing it with like my own eyes, I feel like was so cool. Especially in the choruses. I feel like that just makes it so much more of like almost like kind of like a borderline like choir element to it. Like I think their voices just cover a wide gambit of different vocal palettes, and so I loved being able to kind of not only I feel like being able to immerse myself in each individual member, but I'd also say as well like like to collectively together, like while their voices are all collective under one one sound, they're all singing the same thing, like you could really tell the depth of each member and what they bring to the table vocally. And so I really love that. I think that's what really struck my heart, at least on this song specifically, was just like how well and how like calculated their vocals were on this. It was really beautiful. As well as that, I think like the interplay between them as well, I feel like has strengthened a lot too. Like just like the way that they pass off different vocals to each other, I think is just really, 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 yeah, smart. Obviously, they've been doing it for a very long time, so I'm not really surprised by that. But I feel like I need to obviously give it its flowers, certainly. But really love that. I feel like that was incredible. Overall, all of these songs have been really great so far, but definitely some of the ones that I talked about tonight so far that I loved, I feel like are loved for personal reasons, certainly. So, great song. This was amazing. So, very cool. Uh, Andy says about the next two songs, "This Is Love" and I think it's Evanescence. Hopefully, I've got that correct. Shindong co-directed the music video concepts and was heavily involved in editing the visual transitions between the two sister tracks. Wow. Okay. Very cool. We will check out both of them. It looks like the first one is "This Is Love." So check it out. I like the pop of red.
Yeah,
Cool.
this is love. Come on, girl.
수백 개의 단어 수천 개의 모습 보면 똑같은 들어 똑같은 참 모호한 기분 어렵고 더 쉬운 수많은 사랑 그 똑같은 사랑 저기 눈물방울들 적실 듯 날 스쳐가 모두 콤만 비슷한 스침들 뿐 처음엔 좀 방심했고 어느새 생각하지 이미 어깨 위를 적시는 빗방울처럼 This is love 여린 바람도 길가에 피어난 수수한 꽃도 This is love 아주 작은 게 사랑이었다는 걸 알게 해줘 너 지나본 나부터 서운 너와 나의 첫 번째 이야기 매일 러블리 데이 어느새 우린 진심 어린 거울 같은 사이 네가 좋은 이유
글쎄 말하자면 우리들의 사랑은 아무한테보다 많이 받는 행복.
내게 소원이 있나요라고 물으면 오직 너라고 영원히 해바라기처럼
이제 좀 더
머무르고
가까이 와 안에 딱 들어갈게 네가 흔한 얘기 듣다가 녹을까봐 사랑이란 메모 안에 적어야 할 정답들을
그저 먼 곳에서 찾았던 나에게 너 This is love 여린 바람도 길가에 피어난 수수한 꽃도 This is love 아주 작은 게
All right, very cool. This was Super Junior. This is love. Very nice. Sarah says, this color palette is so early third gen. Wow. And Kaylee says it is from 2014, so spot on, really. LOL. Uni says this color palette always reminds me of Seven Nation Army. I was gonna say, or Selena Gomez and the Scene, naturally, which kind of ripped off Seven Nation Army. That's true. That's true. The GOAT, the original. Um, Dose has looked up the MV I was thinking of, and yep, 2014. Very nice. I thought this was great. I definitely love the vibe of this one. It's definitely a little bit more low key, in terms of I would assume this is a title track. But I like it. I feel like it kind of has that more. I'm trying to think of the genre. It's kind of like an upbeat, like jazz feel, and I'm here for it. I love when I feel like I said, SM's got some really talented instrumentalists slash like composers there. So I always feel like sometimes I feel like the songs are always spot on, and I Kaylee says I think it's a B side. Okay, cool, thank you. Either way, I feel like sentiment stays the same, other than the fact that it may not be a title track. Um, I feel like this was just a fun song. Like I said, I feel like this vibe suits them well. I think they definitely kind of do a great job of amalgamating their voices to this song. And I think I think to me this song kind of has a little bit more of the subtleties as well. I like that this one isn't as I like that this one isn't as crazy. Like you can kind of really do your best of fixating your mind on not only I think the great vocals of this song, but I would also say like the instrumentation. Like I think the instrumentation, they both kind of play back and forth with each other. Like they definitely have like a little bit of like a solo instrumental section in the song, but also like vocally this is also very fun. But I also feel like it isn't going crazy. Like I think some of the other songs that we've listened to tonight, they've been a little bit more, I don't want to say chaotic, but definitely a little bit more I feel like a little bit more invested. This one I feel like just is like a chill song. Like I put this on like if I'm taking a nice drive home, it's a nice night out, like I'm putting my windows down and just jam into this one. So I definitely love this one a lot. I probably would put this in my favorites. I love a good like chill jazzy sort of song. So I feel like I gotta keep to my guns on this one. Um Kaylee says from the Mamacita album. Andy says it was a title track for the repackage of the album Mamacita. This is Love album repackage. But yes, originally it was a B-side. Okay. Appreciate the clarification. Very nice. All right. We are keeping it moving. The next one we're checking out is Evanescence. So let's check it out. Oh, it's the same room. That's cool.
침묵 더 이상 하고 싶은 말이 없는지 하얗게 쏟아지던 웃음꽃은 벌써 시든 지 오랜 걸 어떡해
꽃잎은 져서 흙이 되고 불타던 결정은 제가 되고
왜 좋았었던 모든 건 꼭 이렇게 Don't know why Tell me why 사랑은 끝을 향하는지 사라진 모든 건 왜 이리 아름다운 건지 그저 하나 짧은 꿈 사랑을 하나 꾸는
혼자 내 멋대로 영원할 미래를 꿈꾸게 해 노을은 져서 점점 검어지고 파도는 언젠가 부서지고 왜 좋았었던 모든 건 꼭 이렇게 Don't know why Tell me why 사랑은 끝을 향하는지 사라진 모든 것 왜 이리 아름다운 건지 그저 하나 작은 꿈 사랑해 내 꾸는 꿈 이 밤이 끝나면 다시 태양은 떠올라 밝아온대도 잡을 수도 없을 이 순간이 벌써 너무 그리워 I don't know 이렇게 끝난 꿈인 건지 끝난 꿈 사랑도 나는 왜 깰 수 없는 건지 그는 잠시뿐일까 사랑은 잠시뿐인 거지 꿈뿐인가 난 깰 수 없어 하나 짧은 꿈 하나 꾸는 꿈
하나 짧은 꿈 하나 꾸는 꿈
All right, very nice. This was Super Junior's Evanescence. Very nice. Let's see. Nose says, please tell me we can sneak in the Heechul incident for this song. It's so fucking funny. And Kaylee says, yeah, yes. Andy says, I love the pair choreography in this one, portrays the emotions beautifully. Nose says, I didn't see Amy Lee once. 0 out of 10. That's what I was saying. Bring me to life. Anyway. And Andy says it's not on the playlist, but it depends on Brandon. If we have time at the end, I'll let me see. All right. If it's quick, let's see. Oh god. Oh my god. Does he just stay there the whole time? It looks like he stays there the oh my god. And it, oh no. Does the oh my god. Oh no. I just love that he stood there the whole time. That's amazing. Thank you, no Santa. That was awesome. Let's see. Kaylee says you don't even have to watch the whole thing, even just this part. The stage rotates. The members just slowly see him standing there, and he says there's one where most of the members miss the platform too. Super Junior versus SS's platform. It's an iconic mistake for sure. That's. I wonder. I wonder what was going through his head where he wasn't like, maybe I should get on the rotating platform. Man, that's great. I'm sure they clown on him for that. That's I wouldn't be surprised. But very nice. He was locked in. He was like he had to reboot, I think, you know. He had to wait for a Windows update. Anyway, anyway, I did like this song a lot. I thought it was a very good song. I've listened to it twice now, and technically, but I really enjoyed it. I think obviously as a pair, the music videos are really sick. I love that. I think the way that they framed it, I thought was really beautiful, especially in Evanescence. I thought that was to me. I feel like it was a good ending to, you know, what they were trying to go for, what they were trying to portray. So I love that. But both songs vocally were really good. I think they were both very catchy, like in a good way. Like obviously there are some catchier Super Junior songs. I'm sure there's some that we're going to be listening to later on in their catalog that's are also catchy, but I feel like the visualization plus the musicality of both songs were really good, and they really played off really well to each other. So I can understand if these songs are really well received, then it makes sense. But I feel like I would instinctually put them as a pair. So that's awesome. All right, we got two more. The next one we've got is Devil. So let's check it out. Hell yeah, brother.
Hey, hey, well. Hey, hey.
지금 내가 하려는 말이 좀 이상할지 몰라 왜인지 넌 좀 어려웠어 난 늘 쩔쩔매니까 이토록 원하게 되고 Oh baby baby please don't go 당신 앞에 무릎 꿇는 것도 이 모든 것 너무 자연스러워
한없이 자꾸 애원하게 해 멈춰만 사랑하게 속은 새빨간 촛불의 그늘 한순간 그날들 맛보게 하고 그리고 또 못 타오게 하지 널 잡아 뜨거워
못 타오르는 다 적셔오는 맛 보고 싶은 그대야
들어줘 나는 그냥 다 좋아
나는 그냥 다 좋아
네 모든 게 다 좋아
네 모든 게 다
Say
좋아
아름다운 너
아름다운
Say 내 것이 되지
난 처음 한 걸음 손으로 샤워 뜨거워진 온몸을 적셔 only 그리고 또 못 타오게 하지 널 정말 사랑하게 속은 새빨간 촛불의 그늘 한순간 그날들 맛보게 하고 그리고 또 못 타오게 하지 널 잡아 뜨거워 넌 차고 뜨거워 넌 차고 뜨거워 넌 차고 뜨거워 꼭 타오게 하지 넌 대박 뜨거워
Wow. Cool guys don't look at explosions. I was gonna say, oh my god, Andy. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god. That was. I don't think I could have timed that any better. Honestly, that's amazing. Oh, great shit. Ah, very cool, guys. No, this is my turn with the brain cell. No fair. Ah, I know they. No says notice how they didn't look at it. That's true. That's true. They didn't. They did not. Um, this is fun. I enjoyed the song as well. I felt like this one was gonna be a little bit more rock, given, and I feel like maybe it's just my. I feel like I noticed with like the intros of songs, like they with Super Junior, I feel like they don't often reflect what the actual song is going to be. So I feel like I won't misjudge the intro anymore with Super Junior. I feel like I could get like I could have like a huge like metal intro song, and then they would play like puppy dogs and rainbow sounds in the next song. So they won't fool me again. But I felt like with this one, I liked it. I liked the kind of like I love the guitar riffing in this. I thought that was really solid. But I also really enjoyed their vocals on this one. I think like they've got that kind of like suave kind of swagger going on with this song. And I think their voices kind of reflected that. Also, register wise, I feel like this was also really interesting as well. There was a lot of like more of that like mid to high range tone, which I thought was really interesting. I think it kind of reflects really well with that like guitar tone in the song. So, definitely appreciate that a lot. It kind of, I'm trying to think of what it. There's definitely a vibe it kind of hits, and I can't quite place it. Um, it was kind of maybe giving some like light Bruno Mars, which I'm here for. That's probably not the best example, but I think kind of in a similar ballpark to that. So I definitely like this one a lot. Very fun, very obviously the MV was cool too. But I feel like this one musically was also very fun as well too. So like this one, very solid. So cool stuff. All right, we're getting into the final one, and then we'll do. Listen, today's the first of the month, so we gotta do Wheel Spin tonight to end off stream. So, the last song from Super Junior we are listening to for part one is Magic. So, check it out.
Girl, the magic girl. 넌 너무 놀라워 투명한 파워 같은 baby 날아가 따라가는데 눈을 of delirious 서커스와는 다른 불 수 없는 메비우스 불꽃의 두 시선을 뺏겨 상상했던 모든 것은 개소 This girl is magic and I'm so ecstatic 어떡하지 하는 사이에도 더는 다가와 She's all that 모자 속에 rabbit 그 속이 궁금한 거야 내겐 가려진 같은 세상 중에 어느 곳을 골라야 할지 고민을 멈출 수 없어 나 She's so hot She's so fire 분명히 넌 트릭스 네 손의 끝 어디가 She's so cool beautiful 눈물이 찾으려고 애써도 안돼 내게 날아오는 two of us 다시 내게 빠져 two of us She's so hot She's so fire 황홀한 magic 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 oh magic tricks 완전히 흥분해 girl 거기가 충분해 위드해 널 이 틈에 넌난 가두고 slow motion 자 어서 빠져나가봐 나를 빠져나가봐 절대 쉽진 않은 girl all around the world I'm addicted to your magic magic She's so hot She's so fire 찾아봐 내 tricks 이 가슴 속 어디가 She's so cool beautiful 너만이 이 무대를 더 빛나게 해 내가 내게 안긴 그 순간 깜짝 모두 빠져든 순간 She's so hot She's so fire 너와 나의 magic 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 girl She's so hot sexy girl like 너의 뮤지션 다들 보고 돌리지 못해 so hot 다 외쳐 She's so cool hey, 이제 막 시작됐어
All right. This was Super Junior's Magic. Um Unhee says easily one of my faves of tonight. Yeah, I would also concur that statement. Um God damn, this was catchy. This was so much fun. I think like first of all, the melody on this is so infectious. Especially in that chorus. I didn't think that the chorus was gonna hit as much as I felt it was, but every time that I came back to that chorus, I was like, "Damn, this is so good. This is a good chorus." The melody is awesome. I think the like vocal phrasing on that is also really solid as well. I love the kind of like big band, like kind of like more like pop rock sort of feel of it. I think like the way that they utilize the horns in this song was really solid. I think it kind of gives that little extra bit of energy and punch to the song. So I love that. Vocally, this was also probably one of my favorites, not only I think from the rapping side, but also vocally. Probably some of my favorite raps of tonight as well. The rapping sessions on this were chef's kiss, so good. I feel like they integrated super well. I've sometimes I feel like with like the more like upbeat poppy vibey sort of songs, I feel like sometimes rap sections can stand out in not a good way. I feel like this is the opposite of that. I feel like it fits so well into the song, and I think the rapping section is just like something that ties you into the song even more so, and then just you're flooded with just an immense amount of great vocals in the song, which I really loved. I also like this was like a little bit goofy, you know what I mean? Like they're all trying to get this one girl, and so I feel like they're all trying different ways to like impress her and stuff. So I thought that was cute as well. So I really liked the music video concept as well. But great way to end it off. I feel like this was a phenomenal one. Some of my favorites from part one were You, Don't Dawn, Sorry Sorry, Mr. Simple, Raining Spell for Love, This Love, and Magic. I feel like were the ones that stood out to me the most tonight. So thank you, Andy. Make sure I give kudos to Andy in the comments or in chat. They put together this large deep dive. So we are doing part one. We did part one tonight, and we will be continuing on Wednesday with part two. for the other half as well. So if you're going to be joining us and you're hanging out tonight, please come back for Wednesday stream. We'll be doing more of that as well. Outside of that, we'll keep it moving until we're hopefully done with it. I think it's gonna take next week and maybe like the following week stream. So we'll be cooking. But um, thanks Andy for putting that energy into the PowerPoint and the deep dive material. So very cool, very cool. We are going to do the wheel. I feel like y'all come here for the wheel too, so I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So this is who we have on the wheel. Looking a little light if we're being honest here, but very excited, very excited. I feel like anybody on this wheel could have got some good ones. So I'm gonna hit the shuffle a couple times, close my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see what we got. Oh, Sarah. Let's go. Let's go. Big kudos to Sarah. Sarah, you won the wheel. Love to see it. Let's get it. Kaylee says got to figure out another one. Yeah, you do, Kaylee. I feel like everyone's got to be on their game. So, congrats to Sarah. Sarah, you won. I feel like you got to give a speech now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm excited. I feel like I don't know what you're gonna do actually. I feel like I'm pleasantly awaiting your decision, but I feel like it's gonna be sick. So very nice. Sarah won June. I feel like that's listen. I feel like that's on point. So I'm here for it. We're gonna remove Sarah's name from the proverbial wheel. It's looking light. It's looking light now. If you are here, thanks for hanging out. If you are new, if you come hang out in chat or you hang out in Discord and both, that increases your opportunity to be on this wheel. Like I said, chat keeps me honest. So if you are hanging out in chat, this is the best way to do that. Says Brandon saying it makes sense. I won pride, one for pride. Hey, listen, I think that's a positive, right? I don't know. I think that's dope. I'd be here for it. Listen, I'm saying it's good for you. If it was somebody else that was in that also celebrates Pride Month, also would be sick. If it was Kala, be lit. You know what I mean? If no Santa won, be lit. You know what I mean? Sarah says he knows my girlfriend just re-debuted and I needed this. I put all the positive. Actually, it was just Infernape on my arm. Put the positive affirmations. You know what I mean, over the weekend for you. So, very nice, very nice. All right. Well, as aforementioned, we will be continuing with Super Junior on Wednesday. We'll be covering the latter half of that. So very nice. No, Santa says, I hope we still get a spin. I hope we still get a spin when there's one person. Listen, I will wait until everybody is off this wheel. You know what I mean? If there is one person, we are running it. We are running it till it's over with. You know what I mean? We're running it till the wheels fall off. So, yeah, this will run probably till. Ironically enough, I think it will actually be till the end of the end of the year. So, the wheel's birthday. It looks like I started it in August. Kaylee, you were the first to win. So 2 months. So we didn't even get through everyone in a whole year, which is kind of wild, but that's awesome. Yeah. Because it was Kaylee won August last year. Connie won. Connie, I haven't seen you in chat in a bit. Hopefully you're doing well. Harmony won, or Connie won September. Harmony won October. Luvis, I haven't seen Luvis in chat. Luvis, hopefully you're doing well as well. They won November. My girlfriend won December. Andy won the beginning of the year. Jazz, also haven't seen Jazz in chat. Jazz, hopefully you're doing well too. Jazz won in February. Diz won March. Gunky won April. Dang won last month, and then we're now in June. Sarah won June. So that's crazy. Love to see it. Um, Kayla says, I actually can't believe that was last year. I know, that's crazy. Kaylee says, I just knew I got it first because I've been enjoying watching everyone else get their stuff now. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I I'm working on Dangs. Dangs a little bit difficult because I have to ship out of the country, so that's been a little bit of a problem. So Dang, if you are watching, I'm still doing it. Don't you worry, I got it. But other than that, I will preface, if you are international, please either find a shop, or if you can convert, like if I can just send you the money and you can purchase it, that's probably going to alleviate a lot more headaches, because I do not know how mail works internationally. So I will preface that. I'll probably say that again next time for Wheel. I'll still go through with Dang's offering because I got to do it, because I'm a man of my word. But I will preface that for future people who are international. Please, 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 just let me know how much it is, and I will send you that money directly. So, if you decide to get an album, of course. If not, that's it. Kaylee says, Brandon having to ship US who choose an album. Yeah, I would you if it's US, usually it's pretty simple. International is a little bit more difficult. Not to say I couldn't do it. I've done I've done some research over the past couple of days to do it. So it's just a matter of purchasing it and sending it out. But it's been a little bit more of a headache than I would have liked to take on. So um hopefully in the future I'll try to figure out how to do it a little bit better. Diz is not to throw Dang under the bus, but Diz was all I know. I sent Diz money to purchase their record, so that's probably what I will be doing in the future. That if you are international, so um, other than that, it's about it. So very cool. I'm gonna go back to full screen. Thanks y'all for hanging out. Thanks for joining again. Big salutes to Andy for putting everything together. I will be seeing you all on Wednesday for part 2 of Super Junior. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. Hopefully, I'll see you all on Wednesday. Peace, y'all.